Hello, how we doing? Welcome. Happy Saturday. how we doing? Um, yeah, fancy seeing you here again, like for the third time this week going live. Thanks for stopping in. Glad you could make it. Yeah, I don't usually go live on Saturdays, but I thought, what the heck? Nothing better to do tonight. Thought I'd go live. Yeah, what up? Explosive? What up? Yeah, I just thought I'd go live. I don't know if the 100,000 is going to happen tonight or not. It might. Sub growth has been slow today, but what usually happens when I go live, I get a lot more subscribers. So who knows? If it doesn't happen tonight, it'll happen probably tomorrow. Yeah, I plan on being here for a while. And what are we going to do? Well, you can hear me, right? You can hear me? I should have asked that at first. It looks like it's on, but I always love confirmation from you guys that you can hear me. Who's going to be first? Yes, thumbs up, you can hear me. Who's going to say it first? Yes, there you go. Todd's Moose Ridge Adventures, thank you. Yeah, so I'm here to answer questions if you want, or to just chat, whatever you guys want to do. Usually that means answering questions, but I'll spend some time in the chat to see who's all here, and whatever you want to talk about, just ask away and we'll take it from there. How's that sound? So yeah, it is, as you could see, it got dark during that intro. So I hope you don't mind the longer intro. I kind of did that because I anticipate being live for a long time tonight. Like, this might be many hours, and you can come and go as you wish. What I'll probably do is I've actually created a Be Right Back scene. So maybe at the top of the hour, I'll go have a pee break. You can do the same thing. I'll go get a drink, whatever, right? So yeah, take breaks as we need to, or as I need to. You can take a break whenever you want. But if I'm going to take a break, I'll let you know, and I'll press the Be Right Back button. I've also got a couple of fun graphics created for whenever we roll over to 100,000. So we'll see, if that can happen tonight. Awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I'm going away in a couple of days. It's Saturday night now, so basically 2 days from right now. I'm going to an airport hotel near the Halifax airport Monday night, and then I fly out Tuesday morning. So if this can happen tonight or, tomorrow morning, I'm going to go for a swim tomorrow. And I'll jump in the Atlantic Ocean tomorrow, and I'll film it. That won't be live, but I will film it, and I will put that video out as soon as I can. Yeah, that'll be fun. My son is going to come with me, if he still can. I'll have somebody. And yeah, so weather report. Somebody asked what the water temperature was a couple days ago. I didn't know. I mean, it's cold. It's not something you want to go swimming in normally. And I actually wrote it down in Fahrenheit. So the water temperature here is 35 Fahrenheit. I guess some mornings, the very top level might be freezing because sometimes we get some ice. But yeah, that's the water temperature. And tomorrow at 10 a.m., if that's when I do it, the air temperature will be -7 Celsius, so 19 Fahrenheit. The wind, actually, it's going to be a little windy, which sucks. 15 to 25 miles per hour out of the north, though, so no big waves. And the wind chill will be -14 Celsius or 6 Fahrenheit. So that's what I'm looking at tomorrow. Maybe some flurries too. That might make for some nice video. We got a super chat here. Thank you so much, Fiery Guy. I appreciate that. Your content has helped me just cross the 20,000 sub mark. Way to go. Congrats. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yes, Heidi. Oh my God, 35 degrees. Cheryl, yikes, that's cold. Yes, that is. It's not warm. Here, why is that so small? Hold on. Now I got to fix something. I have to fix the chats. Let's see. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, see, I added a whole bunch of overlays, so you can only resize them when they're on top. So there. Is that big enough? You guys see that? I'll leave it right around there. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Like that. And then if I select another one, that works. Perfect. Oh, that's a little bit long. Okay, I think I might be messing up some things. Okay, no, that should be fine. Okay, so, and then if I do that, okay, perfect. All right, sorry, a little bit of maintenance there. So, yeah, let me see what's going on. Polar bear dip, LOL. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, yeah, what I'll do is I'm going to run in from the beach. I'm going to go to a beach and run in, probably do a shallow dive, and then run right back out and stop the camera, get dried off, jump in the car, come back home, get warmed up. It'll be pretty quick. Might even leave the car running. So it's warm. All right, let's see. So we started at 99,836. It's 840 now, so 4 subs already. Awesome. Let me see. Like, if you guys do have questions, I will answer them. And actually, Steve's got one here. Rob, you're as close to 100,000 as I am to 1,000. Which will happen first? It's a race, Steve. It's a race. That's cool. Philly Nexus Journey. Do you feel like I do? Peter Frampton, I got to hear this song. In Your Honor, Boss. Your Honor, Boss. Peter Frampton. I know Peter Frampton, but I can't. I probably heard it, and I just don't know it by name. I'm not that good with song names. Who's going to win the Super Bowl, Rob? What's the Super Bowl? I didn't even think that was going on this year because the Lions aren't in it, so I really don't care. No, who do I think? Well, you know what? My daughter's a New England fan, so probably go for the Patriots for her. Although I like Sam Darnold. I like the quarterback of Seattle. I like he was kind of discarded by his last year team. And after doing really well, then he did really well again this year with a new team. So that's a cool story too. So, but I'm not invested in that. I'm going for the Lions next year. How's that? Some videos claim that making money on a YouTube channel has nothing to do with number of subs. What is your take? And why is that so long like that? Anyways, it is what it is today. I stacked like 40 overlays on top, so it's hard to move anything because there's 40 overlays on top of that are currently hidden. Anyways, you don't need to know that. So, making money on YouTube on a YouTube channel has nothing to do with the number of subs. That's kind of true, really. I mean, I can talk about it though. So here, the money you make on YouTube, like directly from YouTube through AdSense, is more directly related to the number of views you get. Okay, but even that's not the whole story because, you know, depending on what kind of content you make and how much advertisers are willing to pay for ads on your videos, the RPM will vary. That's the revenue that you get per 1,000 views. So it is directly related to the number of views, right? Views times RPM, basically, there's your answer. That's how much you're going to make from that video. And every video will have a different RPM. Every video will have a different RPM every day. Like it fluctuates all the time. I think the way it works is advertisers bid on keywords, so you never really know. They don't even really know what they're going to pay for any specific ad because that even fluctuates. So that's pretty much all I know about that. So yeah, it's hard to really dig in to the numbers to know exactly what you're going to get paid. There's no way to know. But that said, so number of subscribers, how does that enter into this? Well, regardless of how many subscribers you have, that math still works that same way. Views times RPM equals how much you're going to get paid. Okay. Now, what the number of subscribers can affect, if you think about it, when you come out with a new video, how many people will see that video right off the bat? The more subscribers you have, the more people you may have get notified of your video, okay? Or whether or not they're subscribed, the more viewers you typically have watching your stuff, when you come out with a new video, the more people may get exposed to that video, okay? So in that respect, indirectly, how many subscribers you have could affect, you know, that could bring in more money because you may get more of a boost in the beginning when you come out with a new video if it's good and if all of your subscribers get notified of it, and not every subscriber will get notified, right? Like some subscribers are empty subscribers. They'll subscribe, but they don't really watch your stuff. So they may not get notified, right? And also, every subscriber has the ability to click, yes, I want to get notified more often for this, or yes, please send me notifications, or don't, right? But even then, even whatever they say there, YouTube may or may not be able to send everybody who wants to get a notification. They may not be able to send them a notification because there's limits, right? They can only send so many out. That's my understanding of the way that works. So yes, the more subscribers you have, the greater the initial bump a newly released video may have, because you have more people out there that watch your stuff. Assuming the number of subscribers you have, those are like good subscribers, right? They subscribe because they want to watch your stuff. If you've bought subscribers, then this doesn't apply, right? Because they don't care about your videos anyways. So don't buy subscribers. Don't pay for promotions or anything like that if you want to grow your channel, grow your your subscriber base. So yeah, did I finish that thought? Does that make sense? So, some videos claim making money on YouTube channel has nothing to do with number of subs. So not totally true, but kind of true. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. What did you used to do before YouTube? Sorry if I missed it. Yeah, no problem. What I did, so I'm an engineer by trade. I went to school, became a mechanical engineer, and I worked as an engineer for 7 years, I guess. It took me that long to decide I didn't want to work for somebody else. So around 2002, I left the corporate world, and I had already started a hosting business, a web hosting business on the side from my house. And I ran that for like the last year that I was working for the local power company. And then I grew that for a bit. I did that for a bit. Then I created a business where I made tutorials, like video tutorials online for hosting companies. And I made them for my own hosting company. And then when I sold that, I then created a business where all these tutorials that I've been making, I can sell them and brand them for other hosting companies who wanted to provide the same amount of help, the same type of help to their customers. So I ran that business for a while, and that one kind of died after a while, after a good 10 years anyways, I think. Then I got into freelancing, and I had learned Camtasia when I was making the tutorial type videos, and that translated well into editing videos for other people on Fiverr, and I did that for about 5 years until I started YouTube. And then I did YouTube and Fiverr kind of at the same time for about a couple of years, I guess. And then when YouTube started taking over my life, I stopped doing the Fiverr stuff. So now I'm full-time YouTuber. There you go. And I actually made a video that kind of goes over that around 2 months ago, I think. Look for the thumbnail of me in a snowstorm. That's the one. Sorry for spamming. Somebody just said sorry for spamming. Well, don't spam then. I got a lot of questions. Well, feel free to ask, but don't spam. Please don't spam. I will get to put three. Yeah, if you put 3 Qs in front of your question, I'll get to it as soon as I can, and I'll answer as many as I can. This is going to be a little more relaxed than normal. I'm just here. I'm going to chat, and as I say, I'm going to take some breaks every once in a while. So there you go. How do you feel about 100,000 subscribers? I'm excited. I mean, I have to keep remind myself and to tell you guys too. From where you're coming from, it probably looks like I'm making a big deal out of this, and I kind of am, but I'm kind of doing it. I've got my reasons for doing it. Like, number one, I help people start YouTube channels and grow YouTube businesses. Okay, and I make videos to try to encourage people to start YouTube if that's what they want to do. And one of the things I like to say is that you need to set goals, right? Set goals that are attainable and that you will then celebrate when you reach them, okay? Whether it's how many subscribers you want to get by a certain amount of time, or how much money you want to make, or how many videos you want to make, or whatever your goal is, whatever your reason is for doing YouTube, set goals. And then as you reach your goals, like set multiple goals, but as you reach them, celebrate them. And like Mark the moment. Make a big deal out of it. So that's what I'm doing. So I did set a goal for 100,000 subscribers. I didn't really have a time frame in mind. Yeah, I'm about to hit it, and I'm excited about that. And like I tell you guys, you should be. I should be. So that's what I'm doing. And maybe I'm giving you guys some ideas as to what you might want to set for your goals and how you might want to handle it when you get there. I think sharing celebrations with a community that you're building, if that's what you're doing, that's what I'm doing here. I think that's a good idea because really, like, I don't subscribe to my own channel, right? You guys subscribe to my channel. So, like, this is your doing. I make the videos, and then if you like them, you may subscribe and stick around, and that's how this thing works. So yeah, it might sound cliche, but really, honestly, I couldn't do this without you guys, right? So I want to share with you. So that's how I feel about it. But yeah, just to kind of finish that thought, doesn't mean I'm going to get paid anymore. It doesn't mean my channel's going to get an extra boost or anything like that. It's just a numerical number on the ladder that I'm on, the YouTube ladder that I'm on. It's kind of like, I don't know. Well, no, it's not. I was going to say it's kind of like aging. Like every time you have a birthday, you have another, add a number to your age. But at least that one's predictable, and it's exactly every year you go up by a year. But whereas this is not predictable. So anyways, bad example, but there you go. Is it typical for a smaller channel to get a big view spike on a video, then future uploads go back to a few hundred? Yep, totally normal. I mean, you can't expect anything. Like, you can't say, oh, this happened to you, so it's going to happen to somebody else. That's not the case. It probably has something to do with that video that you had that got the spike. There was something good about that video that people liked, right? People watched it, so YouTube noticed, so YouTube put it in front of more people, and then it continued to get views. There was a spike. And, it could have been the way you made the video. It could have been the content of your video. Right? Who knows what it was, but you should look at it and try to figure out what it was so that you can maybe try to replicate that. Like, if you think it was the topic, then make another video about the topic. Well, that other video may not do well. Well, try another video about the topic, or maybe that wasn't it. Maybe it was the fact that you didn't put an intro in the video and people loved that, or whatever, right? Maybe it was the length. Maybe it was the length of your video. So there's all kinds of variables at play. But the number one variable is, are people watching your video? And if they are, YouTube notices, they like that because they make more money when that happens. They will push your video, or not push, they will put your thumbnails in front of more people to potentially click and watch. YouTube can't force anybody to watch your videos, okay? They can put your thumbnail and title in front of people, but it's up to the people to click for you to get a view. So then it becomes important that your thumbnail and title are something that resonate enough with people that they want to click on it. There you go. Thoughts on using vidIQ? I think it's helped me a lot so far with titles and thumbnails. Yeah, it's great for titles and thumbnails. It really is. Personally, I use ChatGPT more than vidIQ, but both are good. vidIQ is good. I've heard about, and I haven't watched it. I think it was Heidi, and I think she is here, or she was. She talked about the live chat that you can do now with vidIQ, and that she found that very useful. I haven't taken that for a spin yet, but you might want to try that, like chatting with vidIQ and getting them to basically take a look at your channel and give you suggestions as to what else you should make videos about and what are some title suggestions and things like that. So maybe you want to take a look at that. But yeah, I lean a lot more on ChatGPT. Nothing wrong with vidIQ though. Like I even have a link to it down below. And another good one is TubeBuddy. Yeah, so whatever tools that resonate with you and that you like no tool is going to do all the work for you. They're all tools, right? And you kind of get out of them what you put into them. So you want to keep that in mind. Oh, got another super chat from Night Shift Terrors. Thank you so much, Night Shift Terrors. I really appreciate that. Keep it up. Your content helps a lot. Awesome. I'm glad it helps. You find it helpful. Awesome. Cool. Thank you very much. I got monetized a while ago. I keep replying my videos with my other channel and ads run. Does that AFS revenue count even though it's same channel replying videos? Thanks. Okay, I would say no. YouTube would know if it's you trying to basically game the system. If you're trying to use another channel to click to get views of your channel, YouTube's smarter than that. Like, they know. They won't count it. And in fact, if you do it too much, you may hear from them. They may not want you to do that, right? But they probably won't even count those views, is what I suspect. I don't have proof. I don't know for sure. But just knowing YouTube and knowing how they want the system to work, and knowing that they don't like it when people try to, game the system or look for shortcuts or things like that, they'll do their best to stop things like that. So, yeah, I mean, quite honestly, like, if you're replying and viewing from one account to another account, like, one account's not going to do anything, right? You need many more than one account to be watching your videos, right? Many, many more. And so, yeah, signals from one account is not going to move the needle at all. Do live streams bring in any revenue beyond super chats and memberships? Yes. So, yes, directly, and yes, indirectly. So you mentioned memberships and super chats. So that's the thing. You've noticed I've had a couple of super chats already today. Thank you, guys. So there's that. And so memberships and super chats, YouTube pays the creator, I believe it's 70% of whatever people, pay into that. Like, if somebody pays $5, I would receive 70% of that. What is that? $3? I don't know, something like that. $3.50. It's Saturday. I can't do math in my head like that. So those are two ways. But also there's ad revenue when people watch the live. Not in my case during the live, because I've got monetization turned off on my videos because I don't want for you to see me interrupted with an ad in the middle of a live stream. And then when the ad finishes, you come back and you will have missed some of what I said. Or what I think they're doing more and more is they'll put the ad, run it side by side with me so you don't miss what I'm saying. But the one time I tried that, I think my audio was lowered or the ad's audio was too high. Anyways, it was distracting. People didn't like it. So I leave monetization off, so I don't get ad revenue during my lives. But as soon as my lives are over, I will go in and turn monetization on so that if anybody watches it on the replay, they could be subject to ads, in which case I'm paused, so they won't miss anything, and I can earn some revenue. Now, having said that, the revenue I get from my live streams is significantly lower than what I get from my videos, okay? It's not a lot, and that's the main reason is, like, a video has the potential to do well, for days, weeks, months, potentially years, right? Like, if you get an evergreen video, but typically, like, I could have a video, I don't know, I mean, I had a video that I made a couple weeks ago about my earnings. Now that's talking about money, so they do tend to do better, but I think it's almost at 30,000 views in 2 weeks. One that I did last week, which was not about money, but it still did well. I don't know, what is it at? Like maybe 10,000 views, but maybe not. No, it's not. 5,800 views is the last video I made on February 4th. So what was that, last Monday or Wednesday? Anyway, so 5,000 views. With a live stream, I would typically get around 2,000, I think, during the live stream, because people come and go throughout the live stream. And then people watch it on the replay. But then for the whole week, maybe I get mid-2,000s, maybe 3,000 views. But then I go live again, right? So when I go live again, my older lives don't get a whole lot of traffic, people going back and watching those. Okay, they kind of die. So therefore, like, my live streams typically max, well, I can share this. If I share this screen with you, does that work? Yeah, so here is my YouTube studio. And so here are videos, okay, my last videos. This is one that's just scheduled. It's scheduled to go out on Monday. But like this one here last week, February 4th, 5,800 views, 2,400, 2,200. Those two weren't that great. 28,000 was the one I was talking about. 5,000, 4,000, 9,000, 9, 5, 13, 10. Okay, so you see what those numbers are. If I look at my lives, okay, this is the live we're on now. Okay, the last couple got over 3,000, but then it's normally 2,000, 1,900, 35. So 3,500, that's probably the most. Oh no, there's one for 4,000. But they don't typically go any higher than that. Okay, if we go back far enough, yeah, so you see what I mean? So yes, live streams can make you money, but more so indirectly. And what I mean by that is I go live not to make money from views and from ads. I go live to build the community. Okay, building the community, being helpful as I can with you guys, trying to help as best as I can. Some of you will continue to come back to the live streams. You get to know other people. We're building the community. It's all awesome. Some of you may even become paying clients. I offer coaching, one-on-one coaching or group coaching, right? Some of you may look at my courses and buy a course, right? So my live streams are me putting myself out there, making myself available to my audience, and a small percentage of the audience may become a paying client, right? Yeah, so that's the indirect advantage of going live. I guess another smaller, it was a larger indirect reason, but smaller now, I guess. But when I go live, I talk about the videos I make. And when I make videos, I talk about me going live. So both kind of become advertisements to the other. And I just think that helps grow a channel overall. So, and the larger the channel gets, yeah, potentially the more clients I get, blah, 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 right? So anyways, I think you get the point there. I hope that helps. I just saw a quick question here. RPM or CPM, which important to make money on YouTube? So they're both, there's just two different ways of saying the same thing. So CPM is cost per 1,000 views. RPM is revenue per 1,000 views. So when you say cost, that's the advertiser's cost. That's what they pay for ads to go on YouTube. It's not what you receive. So RPM is your portion of the CPM, right? So if somebody pays $100 and that's the cost, their cost, your revenue of that would be $55 because YouTube pays you 55% of the ad revenue they collect. Okay, so RPM is what you want to pay more attention to because that is exactly what you get paid based on RPM times views equals how much you get paid for videos, right? Whereas CPM doesn't really mean anything to the creator. That more means something to the advertiser and to YouTube, what they collect. All right, here you go. How do you toggle on and off ads during a live stream? Let me show you. So here I'm on my live. So if you go into your YouTube studio, go to content, live, my monetization is off. It says right here. I can click this and turn it on and click save. I'm not going to do that. All right. And you can see here that this is where I've come to turn them on after I finished the live when I ended them. Okay. So that's where you do it. Wow. 30 minutes in already. Cool. And looks like we've gained 12. I'm going to write this down. So 6:30 p.m. 99848. 152 away. Still got a ways to go. All right. Since December, my AdSense account says I've earned $38, but YouTube says much more. Why is it not updating? I don't know. I do know that you cannot, I don't believe YouTube pays anything out until you've earned at least $100, right? So your account would just kind of stay, it would keep accumulating as you earn money. But your AdSense, YouTube says much more. So it hasn't, okay, so the AdSense account is probably based on the last completed month, right? And they take a snapshot of your account at the end of a month. Okay, you earned that. All right, let's kind of log it in there. Nope, it's not $100 yet. We can't send anything out. Meanwhile, if you go into YouTube Studio, it keeps updating every day, right? Even though the daily updates are estimates, you can't kind of take those to the bank, right? Because they adjust them all the time. As they find bot traffic and stuff like that, the number typically would go down more so than it would go up. You just kind of have to let that settle. And that's why at the end of a month, I believe it takes another 20 to 25 days into the next month before you get paid based on the previous month, right? So that's probably what you're looking at. Any thoughts on using Amazon affiliate links as well as tagging products directly through YouTube Shopping? I was also trained as an engineer. Oh, cool. Amazon affiliate links as well as tagging products directly through shopping. So I haven't even looked into the YouTube Shopping thing. I don't even know for sure if that's even available in Canada or not. I know at one point it wasn't, last time I really looked at it, and that was a couple of years ago, I think. Or maybe a year ago. I don't know. I haven't, that's not kind of where my focus has been, but I would say absolutely do Amazon affiliate links, and you could probably do both, I would think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. So yeah, no, I'm not the right person to answer that. Before I sold anything through YouTube Shopping, I would want to know about their fees, okay? You want to make sure you know what they're all about and how much they would charge. Like if you sell something for X amount of dollars, what percentage does YouTube keep for allowing you to use their system to sell things? Typically, YouTube charges a lot for collecting your money for you. For example, memberships and super chats, they keep 30%. They only pay us 70%. AdSense is a little better. They pay us 55%. They keep 45%. But like memberships at 70-30, whereas you only get 70%. That's why a lot of people start looking at things like Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee or KOFI. I don't know how you say that, Coffee or Ko-Fi, whatever. Similar to Buy Me a Coffee. Like those, the fees are a lot less, but there's a little more friction there. It requires people leaving YouTube and going somewhere else to give you that tip or to join your membership. So, there's a cost for the convenience of using YouTube, and I suspect there would be for using the YouTube Shopping system as well. So just something you might want to check into. Jen Ellis, real nail biter. Yep. Who is watching Peanut while you are on vacation? My daughter. Yeah, she still has to go to school. So, what video editing platform do I use? So I've been using Camtasia forever, for a long time. I've dabbled with DaVinci Resolve in the past, but not for a while. Lately, I've been playing around with Final Cut Pro a little bit. But my last 2 or 3 videos, I've been back to Camtasia. I just find it so easy to use. But I wanted to learn Final Cut Pro, and I'll still use it. But anytime I make a video where I'm going to go like picture in picture, and I want to, share my screen and highlight things and stuff like that, I just know Camtasia so well to do things like that. I'm going to stick with Camtasia for that. I'm sure I could do it with Final Cut Pro, but the learning curve is too steep. And I want my videos made quickly. So there you go. Will 100K get you the YouTube plaque? I hope so. That's the promise. That's what they say. I'm stuck between paying for DaVinci Resolve or CapCut for auto subtitles. Any thoughts? Well, actually, that is the reason I bought DaVinci Resolve when I did, like 2 to 3 years ago now, I think, because of their auto transcription feature at the time. Now, I haven't looked at DaVinci since, AI and all this, so maybe it's changed the way it works. But I loved the way it did that, right? It automatically transcribed, and then you can stylize the captions and all that stuff. CapCut couldn't do it too. It's just that I have my reservations about using CapCut, just based on their privacy issues. But So whatever you think, though. Like, I think if you use CapCut but you don't upload your stuff to their servers and you use the downloadable program on your computer, you're probably fine. Yeah. Anyways, there's if you want to know more about the whole CapCut thing, let me know. I can talk about it, but there's lots of videos that people made about that as well. And it's about basically anything you upload, your own footage that you shoot, upload it to CapCut. They then claim that they own it, and they could theoretically sell your clips to other people making videos. And a lot of people got kind of spooked by that about a year ago or something like that. Question, do you spend tons of time on the channel? Better put, is it a 40-hour week or more? It's more. It's more. As with any small business, if you've got a business mindset, you tend to put more into it than you would working a 40-hour week for somebody else. So I'm not built that way. I'm not built to speak in terms of how much money do I make per hour or per week or whatever. Like, I've never, like some people will say to me, like, I don't want to do YouTube. Like, wow, I could put in a whole year's work and not make any money from it. Yep, that's right. Similar to starting your own business, right? You start your own business, typically you start in the hole. You usually have to take a loan out, start your business, run it for a while, losing money, and eventually turning that around. And you're doing that in the hopes that you earn even more later on. That's the small business mindset, right? And you have to have that if you want YouTube to be your career, if you want to do it as your job. Can't get wrapped up in, how many hours am I spending at this and how much am I making for those hours that I spend? Like, when people start talking in terms of that, how many hours you're spending at it, I start to think, well, if you're counting hours, doesn't sound to me like you like it. Now, I'm not saying that's what you're saying in your case. Like, in your case, you've got a job and you're working this many and you're trying to understand how many hours would I have to put into this before I can, turn it into something profitable. And that's even hard to answer because it's going to depend on how intentional you are, how plugged in you are, how badly do you want it, and are you enjoying it? Like, you really have to enjoy all this stuff. Otherwise, you can get discouraged when you put 10 hours into a video and it gets 2 views, right? That's discouraging. But it's normal. It happens. And you have to kind of be okay with that. You have to be, oh, well, okay. Instead of saying, oh, that one was a failure, just say, okay, well, that one didn't get any views yet. What have I learned? Okay, I learned this and that and this. Or you might think, well, maybe that didn't get any views, but it's good that video's on my channel because I'm building something here. I want to build a library, and that forms part of my base that's going to be there. The views will come. You got to keep looking into the future and have that kind of a mindset. Let's see. I've put off video editing and have focused on shorts and lives. My video quality must improve. What is the easiest editing software for beginner? My vote is Camtasia. And if you're interested, you want to have a look at that, I do have a link below that'll give you a discount. It's by TechSmith is the name of the company. They've been around a long time. They got their start as a screen recorder, even though I don't use it that way myself, even though it was how I learned how to make tutorials with my face picture in picture and make them look good and all that. And you can record into it that makes it look like that. I don't use the recording features at all. I now just use it as a video editor. I record my face on this camera with the SD card. I just record directly to the camera. For my screen, I'll use Ecamm Live to capture the screen just because that'll capture it and make it into a video. And then I use Camtasia to put things together. But now, so that I'm getting a little complicated, I know. But for my regular videos that I make on this channel, the ones I normally make, if I go outside and go for a walk with my phone and I talk to it, for videos like that, yeah, they're dead easy in Camtasia. Very easy to edit and add music and add titles if I want to. I don't do a whole lot of extra stuff like that. But anyways, yep, that's what I use. So I'll leave that there. Let me just take a quick look at the current chat. The questions I'm going through have come in a while ago, but let's see, we got 149 away. Yes, Heidi, 149 away. Awesome. I've got some. So once we hit certain numbers, starting with 50 away, I've got some on-screen graphics and some sound effects that I've prepared, which should be fun. But we're a little bit a ways from that yet. Have you heard of anybody having problems with Microsoft Clipchamp? No, I haven't. I haven't, and I've never used that myself. Do you record of Zoom or of another app? So I use Ecamm Live to record, or OBS. I have them both installed, and they both do the same thing. They can record my screen, and to record my camera, I record onto the SD card right in the camera. If I use my phone, I record onto the phone, and then that video I will transfer into my computer. Because my phone is an iPhone and my computer is a Mac, I can AirDrop, right? So there's that. For this SD card, though, I would either have to pop the SD card out of the camera and plug it into the side of my Mac, or since that would be a pain, I don't do that. What I do is I have a USB cable plugged into my camera, and when I want to transfer a video file off the camera into my computer, I plug the other end of it into my Mac, and I transfer it that way. I had to step out. Did he answer my question? I don't know. Let me search for your name. How's that? Oh, there's your question right there. I've been on my channel for 1 year now. Recently reached my 200, then lost 4. I'm feeling defeated at times. Now I'm second guessing myself. Any advice on how to get out of my head? Yeah, don't look at your subscribers so closely is what I would suggest, because it doesn't matter. You're at 200 subscribers. I mean, congrats, that's great. If you lose 4, I can tell you this, it wasn't until, I think it was last summer, when I made a video about losing subscribers, about how many I had lost. It wasn't until I actually looked that up that I ever even knew that I was losing. I just only ever look at the net gain, right? You gain some, you lose some. When you lose subscribers, that is a good thing. I can't stress that enough. That is good, because it means you are shedding the dead wood. You're getting rid of people. I mean, you're not doing it, they're leaving, but they don't want to watch your videos anyways. And don't take that personally, right? None of us can make videos that everybody is going to like, right? Only a certain percentage of people are going to like your videos, as with mine, as with anybody's, right? So if there's people that you have as subscribers in your channel that don't really want to watch your videos, it's better for you if they leave. Okay, because then the percentage of subscribers that you have that watch your videos will be higher, and that's good. That's good. You want an engaged group of subscribers who want to watch all your videos, because your numbers will just be better for YouTube when YouTube is deciding how good your videos are and should they put them in front of other people. So celebrate when you lose subscribers. It's a good thing. It's awesome. But, why'd I have to say that 3 times? I'm stuttering, sorry. But you're feeling defeated at times. That is also normal. It can be discouraging. I totally get that. But all I can say is, and maybe I'm not the greatest example of this right now because I'm making a big deal about a subscriber number on my own channel. But it really doesn't matter that much. I mean, yes, I know you have to get to 1,000 before you get monetized, or 500 for the first tier of monetization. But aside from that, it's just kind of a vanity metric. It doesn't really, it's not how you're going to get paid. It's the views that you want. It's the views and watch hours, really. It's not just views, it's watch hours too. If somebody watches a 5-minute video or somebody watches a 45-minute video, if they watch all of both of them, YouTube can run a whole lot more ads on the 45-minute video. You'll make more money on that one. And more people are watching longer videos these days. Not necessarily for everybody, the type of content that everybody makes, but overall, more and more people do tend to like watching people for longer. So I hope that helps. Let's see now. Rob, very excited for you to hit 100K subs. Really enjoy your content. Thank you, Steph. Yes, I think I called you Steven last time, and I apologize. Or there was a Steph that I called Steve. I'm not sure if it was you or not. No problem, Flagler. Nature Girl. Let's see. Let's go back up. Funny you are almost at 100K, and here's me at nearly 100. Hey, there you go. Celebrate the wins. When you get to 100, that's a great milestone. I mean, one could probably argue that going from 0 to 100 subscribers might be harder than 1,000 to 100,000, right? Because if you think about it, like growth accelerates. I say that, but there's really no way to, there's no formula. But I can tell you this, like it took me 3.5 years to get monetized. And I think I was at 3,200 subscribers at the time, 3.5 years to get there. And I can also say that in 2025, I went from 30,000 to 90,000 subscribers in 1 year. Last month, I think it was over 5,000 subscribers. Now, I also looked, and this is a question, or not a question, a comment for you, Nature Girl. Last month, when I gained over 5,000 subscribers, I also lost over 1,000 subscribers. So over 1,100, I think it was 1,160 or so subscribers left my channel last month, right? So it happens to it's a normal thing. Okay, some people subscribe and then they realize, oh, this was a mistake. That's not what I wanted, so they leave. Other people, if your channel is older, naturally people will go through their list of channels they subscribe to, and they may leave some, right, that they're no longer interested in. Teachers, thank you so much for the super chat. Tim in Vancouver, I appreciate that, Tim. Thank you. And we've got AC Mac Homan. Thank you so much. Hopefully I said your name right. Started a channel about 3 weeks ago, about 30 videos posted. In 3 weeks? Wow, that's 10 videos a week. Are we talking shorts? Because there's a difference. I cover geek culture news about video games, movies, and comics, and give my opinion, also trailer reactions and breakdowns. Is this a niche? You listed a whole bunch of different things there. Geek culture news about video games, okay, and movies, okay, and comics, and you give your opinion. And you trailer reactions and breakdowns. I would say yes. I mean, it sounds like you're doing a whole bunch of different things. Just keep an eye on it. Like when you try something a little bit different on your audience, see how people respond to it. Right? You may start to learn that there are some types of videos that do better than others, and maybe then that kind of will let you know what your audience likes and what maybe they don't like as much, right? But as always, like the more niche your niche is, the better, because then it just makes YouTube's job of finding the right audience for you, it makes their job easier. Right? The more you spread your tentacles out into different directions, the more YouTube will get confused and put it in front of the wrong people. And, if they put it in front of the wrong people, that just means they aren't going to watch your videos. And the result is YouTube does not think it's a good video. They stop putting it out there. So that's why you want to stay. You listed a whole bunch of different things. If you're talking about a group of people who are all interested in all those things, then perfect. Right? Keep making videos with that group of people in mind, and whatever else you think they might want from you. That's the way to look at it. So a better way to look at a niche is a group of people. Always talk to the same group of people, and maybe a group of people is interested in a couple of related things, right? There you go. right, let me just answer that. Sorry. All right, so awesome. Jersey Coaster Crew, another super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Enjoy watching your videos. Thank you. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you find them useful. That is my hope. If I have below 200 subs, would it be worth going live? I have a feeling I would go live speaking to myself. I feel like I need more subs before going live so people see it. What is your advice? Yes, do it. Do it. Think about making your first video, right? When you make your first video, typically first videos don't get any views, or not many, right? There's exceptions, but for the most part, you tend not to get many views in your first video, your first videos. Live streams are the same. Actually, sorry, before I get to live streams, let's go back to the videos. But why do you do your first videos? Yes, of course, you got to do your first ones before to keep moving. But your first videos are also you practicing making videos, right? People typically aren't very good at making videos when they start, right? But you have to make those. Those are you practicing. So your first videos are for you to practice. It really doesn't matter how many views you get from them. If you're just starting, you have 200 subs now, maybe in a year from now you have 5,000, right? If that's the case, or whenever you have 5,000 subscribers, that next video you make is going to be viewed by all of the recent subscribers you've been getting and people who are watching your videos at that time, a year from now. It's not going to be the 10 or so views you got in video number 1 that are watching. I mean, maybe some are still there, but for the most part, maybe 1 would be my guess. Maybe 1 is still left of the first 10, right? So my point is, the first views you get for videos aren't the ones that are going to be growing your channel for you, right? They come later once you're better at making videos. Same thing applies to live streams. You have to start somewhere, and that's you practicing. So yes, it's highly possible that you will go live to nobody and be speaking to yourself. So be prepared for that, right? Just in case that happens. It likely will, but maybe not. Like, there are some things you can do. You have 200 subscribers. If I were you, I would pick a day, maybe 2 or 3 weeks from now, that you're going to go live, and kind of write that down. And maybe have 2 or 3 videos that you can make and publish between now and then. And if you can have 2 or 3 videos leading up to your first live, then at the end of those videos, you should say, by the way, I'm going to start doing live streams, and my first one is on this date. Please stop in. I'd love to see you there. I'll be talking about my recent videos and answering any questions you might have, right? Great way to advertise for your upcoming live stream, and that might help you get some viewers into your first one. But if not, it's okay. So yeah, be prepared to go live to nobody, like have something ready to talk about. And you can end your live whenever you want. You don't have to, like, you might say, I'm going to go live for an hour. And then, maybe you get 15 minutes into it and you've decided you've got nothing else to say. You can end it if you want. It's okay. It's no big deal. Nobody is kind of keeping tabs on that. You could say at the beginning, like, I may go live for an hour, but I may not. We'll see. You could just kind of do it that way. So anyways, yeah, I definitely recommend you start going live before you even think you're ready. Like, start before you're ready. I think I made a video with that title. Do you use mid-roll ads? Yes, but I just leave it up to YouTube to decide. Like, I don't say, oh, this is a natural break point in my video, let's put one here. I don't ever do that. Like, I know YouTube uses their own AI, and they're pretty good at identifying where a natural break in a video is, where a good spot to put an ad is. And quite honestly, YouTube is in this to make money. They're a business, and their business is making money for their shareholders, right? That's what they're doing. That's what they're supposed to do. So knowing that, and knowing that it's in their best interest to maximize their earnings, I know they're going to do what's best in terms of placing mid-roll ads to maximize their earnings. If they maximize their earnings, they're also maximizing mine, because what I earn is a percentage of what they collect, right? So I just leave it up to them. And they also factor in, well, we can't put too many ads in here, otherwise more people will leave. Like, they know that. They know that, so they don't put too many in, right? Sure, some people are always going to leave. People don't like ads. I don't like ads. I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't see ads, right? That's what I do. I spend far too much time on YouTube to have to sit through all those ads. So it's worth it to me, the $15 or $17 a month I pay for that. So anyway, I hope that helped. Another super chat. Russ, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You should put plaque on the wall above Peanut. Yeah, actually, maybe. Yeah, she's on the back of the chair now. How dark is it outside now? I can't even see now. It's focusing on my window, not the ocean anymore. So that's not going to work. Let's see. Why do people gift channel memberships? Is there a benefit of some sort with a membership? No. So why do people do that? I guess the same reason people tip or leave super chats. No, not necessarily the same reason. So I didn't know what it was until somebody gifted memberships to other people in my live stream. And the way it works is a member can then decide, oh, I'm going to buy more memberships and gift them to people. So they may decide to buy 5. And then when that happens, and when they select, 5 gifted memberships, YouTube will automatically and randomly assign those 5 new memberships to 5 people who are currently in the live chat at random. Okay, people who are not already members, and they get 1 free gifted membership. It's free to them, but it's been paid for by somebody else. So yeah, I guess people would do that. People who are feeling generous. People who want to try to build up more people in the membership, right? Those are some reasons to people might want to do that. But yeah, so that's what I know about that. Have you live streamed simultaneously on multiple platforms? No, I've not done that. I've not done that. I do plan on live streaming on YouTube and YouTube Shorts eventually, once I figure that out. I think Ecamm is soon going to release the ability to do that, or at least make it easier. So, yeah, then I'll do that. So let me just check. Catherine's here. How you doing, Catherine? 99858. Yep. 99861 now. 139 away. So what does that mean? What are we at? 7 o'clock. 7 p.m. here. 99861. So 13 in the last 30 minutes. So maybe do the math. Yesterday I gained, I want to say it was 97 for the whole day, but I didn't have any video or live stream that I did. The day before, on Thursday, I think it was 160 new subscribers that day. But I also went live for 3 hours and gained 65 in that live stream. On Tuesday's live stream, I gained 75 in those 3 hours. So I tend to gain more when I go live. So this is me going live, trying to accelerate a little bit so that I can do my swim tomorrow, because I won't be able to do that once I leave. Oh, Ruth. Thanks so much, Ruth. Appreciate that. I'll miss 100K as it's 11 p.m. Huge congrats. You may not miss it. It might happen tomorrow morning for you. Whenever it happens, I'll be here. I'll keep an eye on the pace. I mean, I'm currently kind of planning to stay live until it happens, but if the number of new subscribers that are rolling in slows down, and a few hours from now, if it hasn't moved a whole lot or a couple hours, then I may have to take a nap, but then I'd be back. Sophia says it's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, it might, or it might be after midnight here. It's 7 p.m. here. So Sophia, it's what are you? You're 5 hours ahead of me. So is it midnight? Midnight in Portugal? That's late. I don't usually see midnight. Can I get a shout out? I have 61 subs. Shout out to at LE5KO. Congrats on your 61 subs. Make another video. Don't stop making videos. Don't ever stop making videos just to look at your sub count. Keep making videos. That's how you grow. Makeup effects. Hey Rob, will you offer Kajabi training videos at all? I just signed up over Christmas and there's lots to learn. Yikes. Yes, there is. And I do plan on doing that at some point. It's not imminent because, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I've been using Kajabi for a year and a half now, and I've learned a lot. There's a lot I still have to learn too. So, but I think I know enough to make some videos anyways. 11 p.m. in Portugal. Okay. 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's only 4 hours from here. I guess Portugal's further out into the ocean than I realize. As are we in Nova Scotia. It's out into the ocean a bit. It's 11 p.m. in the UK. I will stay up for a while. I want to be here when you hit 100K. Hello, Rob. I'm new here and have also subscribed. NCK2310. Welcome. Welcome, new subscriber. 12:01 p.m. in New Zealand. Yes, Catherine, it is Sunday where you are. Midnight in DK, Denmark? Is that Denmark? I'm the new midnight man. 10 a.m. in Sydney, Australia. Sydney, Australia. I'd like to go to Australia and New Zealand sometime. That's a long ways away from here. I'm right behind you. 69K more, LOL. Been doing this 11 years, over 1,500 videos. Good times. Awesome. Wow. That is a lot of videos. But if you enjoy it, it's all good, right? My computer skills are not good. Yeah. Just something you got to work on, I guess. I mean, they try to, I mean, apps tend to be getting easier and easier, I think, these days. But I am struggling with the right laptop. What do you recommend? So I'm always going to recommend wow, that jumped by 8 pretty quick. I'm always going to recommend a MacBook Pro for video editors. I switched from PC. I was PC my whole life, Windows-based PCs my whole life until about 3 years ago. I got my first Mac, and this is it. I'm still working on my first Mac, and it's still doing great. MacBook Pro M1 Max is what I have. I think they're on the M4 or the M5 now. But all the M series Macs are awesome when it comes to video editing. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. And it's a laptop. But you know, all I have to do is plug one wire in, and my laptop becomes. I mean, I could close my screen if I wanted to, and just use my big monitor here because it's plugged in to that. I leave it open because I usually have a whole bunch of things going on at the same time, and I love lots of different screens, especially for live streaming. It's handy. My live streaming app, Ecamm Live, I've got running on my MacBook screen. The screen I share is this other screen down here that I share that screen, and then I've got the main monitor where I'm looking at the live chat, and I've got some other things open. But yeah, MacBook Pro. Steve Brocky, I'm hoping to witness the 100K moment. Me too. Hey Rob, is Ecamm worth it over OBS? I know how to use OBS well enough and trying to keep the tool subscriptions down. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I don't love a lot of subscriptions either, but I really think Ecamm is worth it. For me anyways. I do a lot of live streaming. And I also use it not just for that. Like if I do a Zoom call, I will use the Ecamm Live virtual camera, which means I can set up scenes in my Ecamm Live, right? And then use my Stream Deck to switch between scenes. And whatever the Ecamm sees, that can actually be the camera feed into Zoom. So you know how on Zoom you can share your screen? Zoom lets you do that. But if you wanted to share your screen like this, right, where you know I've got this overlay of you know the live ticker countdown, and then myself, I've got a box that's got some motion, the blue outline going around, the box around me, like that scene that I've set up that can be what people see in my Zoom if I want to, like using the, so when I go into Zoom, I don't just select this camera, I select the Ecamm virtual camera, right? So I love it for that. And it integrates with Zoom. Like I can start a Zoom meeting and have people in a Zoom, and then I can also at the same time start a live stream on Ecamm Live, and it has Zoom integration. I can bring people from the Zoom into my live stream, and I've done that before in these lives, so that's a lot of fun. Another super chat, Chasing Optim, and it never shows me the whole thing. Chasing, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Here we go, right there. Thank you for all your advice. I have used it all. 26 videos in and going strong. Congrats on the success, James. Thank you so much, James. I really appreciate that. Very generous of you. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad you guys are getting some use out of these. Like I have a lot of fun doing these. Oh, and I wanted to apologize because this is not when I normally go live, as most of you know. I go live on Tuesdays, except this coming week it was going to be Monday instead of Tuesday because I'm going away. But yeah, I've gone live several additional times this week. Well, 2 additional times, Thursday and now today. But I want to apologize to anybody. Like who I'm thinking of is Lori from Lori Soul Circle, because she has put together a list of other creators and the times throughout the week that they go live. And I did not look at that list before I went live today. So I hope I'm not treading on anybody's or stepping on anybody's toes by going live when they normally go live, hopefully. But anyways, we'll get back to my regular schedule soon. Question, what does hitting the heart in the chat do for your live stream? It just shows everybody else, I guess, that I got a heart. That's honestly all I know. I don't know what else. I mean, it's engagement, right? So YouTube loves engagement. When people hit the like button on live streams or videos, I see right now a whole bunch of people are hitting the heart and the smiley face and thumbs up and celebration and all that. It's awesome. And I can go in and see how many those are called reactions. So I could go in and see, like if I go here, let's go to my so Thursday's live stream. If I look at the analytics of that live stream, we can see, we go down here, it shows me chat messages and reactions that I received during a live stream, this live stream. And you can see, like right there, I had 251 at the 4 o'clock time. And you can see these spikes. So the spikes generally mean, so 540. So that would be somebody's just smashing away at that heart or whatever. And maybe I said something that everybody really liked and everybody starts hitting the heart like you guys are doing right now. There's going to be a spike right here probably in this one. So that's what it is. And it just shows me, like in that live stream, it was almost 3 hours long. There were 975 chat messages. Wow. And 1,500 reactions. And then it also shows you how many viewers. So in that one, I got up to 199 viewers. I think we were over that today already. What were we? 217 we hit. Yeah, so it shows you all that, and YouTube loves stuff like that. There you go. Catnip or coffee, super chat. W Shalom, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Coffee, what is that? Is that something for a cat? I've never heard of that. Catnip though, Peanut loves catnip, I can tell you that. Hey Peanut, are you sleeping? Yep, she is. Pretty sure. I mean, I could easily wake her and bring her over, but that would be cruel right now. At some point I might. Coffee in New York. Oh, okay. Well, I actually personally don't like coffee myself. Just don't like the taste. I like coffee ice cream, but not coffee. Krista says, I'm guilty because I've been hitting it hard since I got here over 60 minutes ago. Awesome. Appreciate that, Krista. Is it a bad idea to start a YouTube channel with minimal computer skills? If you have minimal computer skills, I would say that you would have to want to learn computer skills. Okay, like if you have minimal computer skills and you just don't like computers and you don't want to learn computers, YouTube's going to be a hard go for you. You're not going to enjoy yourself. So that's what I was. So, but if you are open to learning computers and that the prospect of getting better on computers excites you, and you want to spend, all your free time learning how to use computers and YouTube and all that, if that's your, I guess, your attitude towards it, then go for it, right? That absolutely. I'm all about learning new things. All about learning new things. Like if we're not learning, what are we doing? The plant-powered runner. Hey, from one creator to another. I love your channel. It's great seeing another Canadian talking about YouTube. Keep up the amazing work, Rob. Thank you very much. Plant-powered runner. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hello from Brazil. Aquel Hosamos. Hello in Brazil. Wake Peanut at 99,999. Yep, that's what I'll do. 873. Okay, so what are we? 127 to go. Might happen tonight. 836 is where we were about an hour and 15 minutes ago. 40, so almost 40, right? 39 we've gotten since then. Santa Corky, super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I love your style. I just came across you today. Subscribed. Awesome. Welcome to the channel. I have a Mac Pro and one also. What camera are you using for your lives? So the camera I use is it's a Sony ZV-E10 is what that is. 1 second. I'm going to grab my phone. So I had my phone pointed outside. Let me switch to the phone. Yeah, so there it is again. So get ready for the dust again. So that's the Sony ZV-E10. Okay, with some dust on it. And that lens is a Sigma f1.4 16 millimeter lens. I've got links to both those in my description below. That is the cord, the USB cord I was talking about. That's how I get my files off of the SD card in the camera into my MacBook. And then there's the MacBook Pro. M1 Max is what that is. And it's plugged into that camera, like right there. Okay, and what that is, oh my God, the dust. That's a cam link. Okay, I have to dust that soon. That's how you're able to turn an HDMI signal into, you're able to get an HDMI signal into your computer, okay, with the cam link. Let's put that there. All right, so there you go. Amazing, I have the same setup. Do you? Very good. Yeah, I love the lens. I love the lens. Lonely in Truth, so close, just hopped on, just joined your crew also. Welcome. Yay, matey. Welcome. Just in time. What's the difference from subscribing versus memberships on your channel? So yeah, there is a difference. So memberships, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that going forward with memberships, but what I had done previously is I was doing special live streams for members only. And I may still do some of those, but I haven't done one since December. I just got really busy with the Creators Growth Project, the group coaching that I do. So yeah, so there's that. The other thing is, honestly, like you can see in the chat, if you're a member, you have that little anchor beside you. That means you're a member, and the color of your anchor changes depending on how long you've been a member. But also your name is bold. Okay, so it's bold and green. I don't know if it's green for everybody, but it's green for me on this black screen, indicating that you are a member. So it's like a visual cue for me to something I'm working on, trying to make sure I always am able to answer members' questions when they come in. So there you go. What are you using for LED lights? Nova Scotia Realtor. Oh, Nova Scotia Realtor. Very close. Neighbor. So what I'm using are their Neewer lights, and they're 18-inch flat panel lights. And there's a kit where you can get 2 of them. And that I also have a link in my description below. All of my videos and these live streams. I think it's towards the bottom. But if you see the 2 panel lights by Neewer, 18-inch, that's what I use. So I've actually got 4. I've got 2 on my desk here. Just show you with the phone again. So I've got one there, right? It's just mounted to my desk. That was a mount that I had to get separately. It didn't come with that. And then the other side, same thing. Another light over here. But then, I'm sorry, apologize if you're getting dizzy, but I've got another one there with the stand, and then another one back there. Those 2 with the stands. Okay? Hi, Peanut. There you go. Very, very versatile. So yeah, these 2 on my desk, I keep them there. And then if I want to make a video, like last week or the week before, I made one upstairs in the kitchen. I took those 2 lights up, or one. I think I only used 1 for that. I took 1 light upstairs. And you can plug them into the wall or get batteries for them. They have the big, oh, I forget what they're called, but they come NPF 50 or something. They come with batteries. Or did they come with it, or did I have to buy them separately? I forget now. Where is the cat? The cat is right there. Right there. I was just about to ask about your light. Your lights are very good. Actually, I could give you a demonstration about how good they are, because I've got the lights all connected to this switch here. I can shut them off with those. So if some people use 1 light, and you can get away with 1 light, okay? So if I only use this one, I'll turn that one off. That's the look you get. So that's 1 light, okay? Let's put that back on. If I only use that one, and it's further to the side of me, that's the look you get. So this main one, which is very close to the camera, is now off. If I had them both off, I wouldn't be lit very well at all. And then I've got that light on Peanut. If I shut that off, you won't see her. Now the light you see on my face is from my monitors, right? And you can see them in my glasses, right? So you have to watch that a little bit. Let me turn all these back on. Yeah, and they're not even on all the way. This one's on 1%. Both of them. Both lights are only on 1%. So they could get a lot brighter, but they're fairly close to me, so I don't want them brighter. I would be kind of blown out. But like if I go upstairs in the kitchen and it's going to be further back, I can dial that up. Well, I've never used it 100%, but so yeah, there you go. Muriel, thank you so much. I hope I said your name right. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat. I started doing weekly lives, but only seem to get 2 to 6 viewers and no real questions. What could I do to improve that? Should I keep going? Yes, on the should you keep going. And you're kind of in the learning phase, right? So if you're not getting questions, that's fine. Maybe it has something to do with what you're talking about, like the subject matter. But things you can work on, just try to work on starting conversations. Like in what you talk about, plan to ask people questions that they have to answer. You know what I mean? Like, the more you ask questions or ask people to ask you questions, the more you try to engage with them, eventually they will. And once one person does, then other people tend to as well. So there's that. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Along those same lines. Yeah, asking people to comment is good. I lost it. There was something else I was going to say that's good to do. I mean, if you're getting 2 to 6 viewers now, that's a good thing. I mean, that's good. You got to start somewhere. The more you do it, the better you will get at asking the right questions and getting feedback. You could maybe change up what you're talking about, right? Like change the topics. Talk about the videos that you made. What was it? I had something on the edge of my, right here, that I was going to say about, like, what else could you do? What could you do? If you're live streaming, what can you do to increase engagement? The number one thing is you just ask for it. And if nobody, I know what it was. What I started doing at the very beginning, and I don't do it as often now, but I did it every time to start, is I would say something, and if I would every once in a while acknowledge the people who are in the chat or who are just in the live. If nobody is chatting, but you can see that there are, say, 4 people in there, you could say, like, every once in a while, just stop, say, oh, I see there are 4 people here watching today. Awesome, thank you very much. If you get a chance, why don't you let me know who you are and where you're watching from? I always love knowing where people are watching from. I used to say that a lot, and that kind of got the ball rolling. You almost have to play host, right? And try to get the ball rolling. And once the ball starts rolling, it's usually pretty hard to stop. It'll just continue on its own without you having to push it every time, right? So if you start making that part of your intro, I think that would help. And eventually you probably won't have to say that anymore. You can experiment with things like when you go live, have a countdown timer, maybe for 5 minutes, and you can post a poll, right, in the chat, or you can ask a question in the chat and pin it to the top. Like I used to do that all the time. I'd say, if you're new here, let me know where you're watching from, or even if you're not new here, you don't even have to say that. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the chat. I'll be with you in a few minutes, right? And that might get the ball rolling as well. So anyway, yeah, just play host. Try a few things like that, and it might help. How are you switching your camera views? Also, thank you for answering our question. You're awesome. Sorry, stuttering. I am switching my camera with a Stream Deck, but not a physical Stream Deck. It's the Stream Deck app I have on my iPad. If I switch to my phone, I'll show you how I'm doing it. Sorry. There it is. Every one of those buttons, well, ignore, those are the countdown buttons, but up here, like there's the intro button, there's me, the scene of just me that I'm normally on, me plus a screen and my iPhone. See, there's a green square around iPhone right now? That's because I'm watching that. If I press just me, it switches to just me. I'll switch back to the iPhone now. You can see through the iPhone, and then me plus screen is that one. It just takes a second, but then me plus screen. Okay, so that's how I do that. You can do that with a Stream Deck, or I think it's $25 a year. You can get the Stream Deck app on your iPad. And I love it because the Stream Deck app, you can have a whole lot more buttons than just on the Stream Deck. So there you go. My life journey with Rose, South Africa, Rob. Awesome. South Africa. It must be late there. That's got to be later than the UK and Portugal. Maybe not, though. Is it after midnight in South Africa? Heidi says, I like the idea of a TV guide. Oh, I said that to Russ. I don't know what Russ said. What did Russ say? Could I start a new channel with some of my old content to start it off to help with consistency? You can, as long as the content that you have aligns with the same audience that your new content is going to be made for. You know what I mean? It's all got to line up. It's got to be talking about the same or to the same group of people. But yeah, that might be a way to get started. Sure. We've got another super chat. Thank you so much. Reconot? Thank you so much. Go Rob, just had my first video break 1,000 views. Congrats. Wanted to share and celebrate with y'all. First one with consistent 30% average view duration and 10% CTR. Wow, that's fantastic. That is awesome. 10% CTR, you're doing something right with your thumbnails and your title right there. That's great. And 30% AVD is great too. Way to go. It's funny, you know, we talk a lot about increasing your click-through rate and increasing your average view duration and how, you know, you always work on getting those numbers up. But it's funny, like it doesn't always correlate. Like some of my best performing videos were not my best performing CTR or were not my best average view duration. It's just something about those videos that people really liked. So it might have more to do with the content, like the topic, the title. Maybe it was a trendy title, or maybe it was a topic that a lot of people are interested in right now, right? So that is kind of the most important thing. You can do everything right with your click-through rate, and you can have a phenomenal average view duration. But if it's just something, if the content, what you're talking about is just not something that a whole lot of people are interested in, you won't get the views, right? So there's a lot to it. there's a lot to it. 10 a.m. Sunday morning in Tasmania, Lisa North. So 10 a.m. So that's so you're a little bit behind New Zealand. Tasmania is on the east side, I believe, right, of Australia, east or southeast. Another super chat, Shelly Mongeli. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And no question. That's okay. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You guys are being very generous today. San Francisco, 3:26 p.m. That's right. Yeah, we're 4 hours ahead of San Fran. Do you get cod around your area around towards May this year? Well, I'm not really a fisherman, but no, I don't think cod is a big type of fish that you catch here in Nova Scotia. Lobsters are huge. We get lobster. I mean, the lobster boats go by our house daily. Not so much in the winter, but you know, it is lobster season now. But when the water's so cold, the lobsters don't move that much. They're not very mobile, so they don't walk into the traps. But like April, May is big for lobster season around here. But fish, like mackerel, a lot of mackerel around here, a lot of haddock, halibut, tuna, a lot of tuna around here. But cod, I think of cod as more of a Newfoundland fish. But that's about all I know about fish. I love to eat fish, but I don't I don't fish myself. Steph does fitness. Does anyone here keep their YouTube channel private from friends and family, or are you open about it with them? I'm kind of unsure whether to share mine yet or if I should wait until I hit a certain point. So I've got lots to say about this. If you think you're going to be judged, I just leave it, like just keep it to yourself. That's my instinct. Like when I started YouTube, I didn't share it with people. First of all, don't share it with people if you're doing it because you want to maybe get some more subscribers and stuff like that. Because yeah, you may get some subscribers, but they are not the ones you want. Like their friends and family will subscribe because they're curious about what you're doing, not necessarily because the videos you make is about things that they're interested in, right? So, and a lot of people get offended. Oh, my friends and family, they're not supporting me. They're not watching my videos. It's like, you're not making them for them. You're making your videos for the people who do want to watch your stuff, not for people. Like, don't force people to watch your videos. YouTube will find the right people for you. So let YouTube do their thing. But the other side of that is for reasons of people finding out what you do, and like if you feel like you might get judged by certain people, then I wouldn't share it, right? And maybe have, like, for me, I basically have a story ready. If people ask me, well, what do you do? Well, I mean, now it's my full-time thing. But when I was starting, it's like if somebody were to ask me, what do you do? Or if they asked me what I did on YouTube, like, what do you mean YouTube? I would just say, oh, yeah, no, it's just something I do for fun. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, if it turns into something, great, but it's a cool hobby. I'm learning lots about making videos and learning lots about how to, talk to a camera and stuff like that. So that's kind of the way I would approach that. And if somebody is more interested and they ask you questions, then you can answer them. But, as with most hobbies, like if you think about your friends who may have a hobby that you're not interested in. If they start talking about it, you might want to, like, maybe you would zone out. Like, you're just not interested. It's not something I'm interested in. I mean, it's one thing to be excited for somebody being excited about something, and that's good. But, it's something to keep in mind, right? Like, don't expect friends and family to be as excited about YouTube as you are. Is kind of the bottom line. Like, sometimes I forget, or we forget, that YouTube is not something that everybody does. Like, in fact, I'm going to make a follow-up video to one that I made last June when I mentioned YouTube to a friend of mine and what his reaction was. Well, I got together with him again, and there's a part 2 to that story now that I want to make a video about. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. That's about all I'm going to say about that, because I have to formulate my thoughts on that and how do I want to present that. But yeah, it's just something that I talk about other things when I'm with friends and family that aren't that into YouTube or as into it as I am. So there you go. Oh, a virtual stream deck. Yes, that's what I'm using. That is what I'm using on the iPad. We got 197 people in here. That is awesome. 7:30. Another half hour has gone by. Let me write that down. And at 7:30, we're at 99882. So plus 21 in the last 30 minutes. It was plus 13 the 20 minutes or 30 minutes before that. And it was plus 12. Okay, so we're ramping up. Ramping up. For whatever reason, it's different for everybody, but on my channel, I tend to get more new subscribers later in the day than I do earlier in the day. I don't know why. Probably because I'm on the East Coast and most of my viewers are in the United States. So yeah, it just kind of lags me a little bit. Please, can you show how to gift a membership? I honestly don't know. I don't think I can show you, because that's something you would have to do. There would be an icon. Well, first of all, I think you would have to be a member first of the channel, and you would join the channel if you click the join button below one of my videos or below this live stream. There should be a join button down there where the subscribe button normally is, like somewhere around there. And there should be a way to gift one if you are a member. What about older videos with not many views of engagement? Shall I delete those or keep them in case they ever pick up? Don't delete them. Just leave them on your channel. The only reason I would get rid of videos off of my channel is if their content doesn't align with my current viewers. If, like, maybe I pivoted and I'm now making videos about something else, I might want to get rid of the videos that aren't about that something else. Right? But even then, I never got rid of my Camtasia videos when I stopped making how-to Camtasia videos and started making more YouTube growth videos. I left them on. Yeah, I would never delete. Even if you want to delete something, private it instead. Turn it into private, because it's a video you made, right? If you delete it, then you lose all the views, watch hours, whatever else, right? So I wouldn't delete it. And if a video is not performing, that's normal. Like when you make videos and you publish them, they go live. A typical video will do better early on and then eventually kind of level off and flatline. Like most of my videos don't get any or many views now. They're not necessarily found in search, but it doesn't mean I'm going to delete them. Like, you want to grow a library too. And also keep in mind that any videos you make in the beginning, you're building your library, okay, but you're also building your skill set in how to make videos. You're getting better and better at making videos when you do that. So it's never a bad thing to keep those old videos on your channel. It shows your progress. Like, I don't know if you guys are like me, but sometimes if I find a channel and I'm interested, quite often I will go to their videos tab and I'll sort them by oldest, and I'll go back and watch a creator's first videos to see, how far they've come. Like, what did their videos used to look like? How did they grow this channel? Like, that's the kind of research that I'll do because I'm interested. Many Hats Woodshop, welcome, new crew member. So Many Hats has figured out how to join. If anybody wants to know how to join as a member, Many Hats can help you out. The Plant Powered Runner, love your walk and talk videos. I haven't done any of those in a while. I plan to do, well, I was going to say I plan to do 1 or 2 tomorrow before I go away, but I'm also planning on going for a swim as long as we get 112 more subscribers. So busy day tomorrow now. Let's see now. What do you offer for members? So I've got to change what my like I've got a video there that says that, oh yeah, I'll do every 2 or 3 weeks we'll do a members only live stream. I don't do those anymore. I may do that like impromptu every once in a while, but for the most part, I can't do those. So right now, if you join as a member, I mean, A, you're supporting the channel, and B, you get recognized in the live chat. Your name is bolded. You get the anchor beside you. That anchor changes colors depending on how long you've been a member. And I will do my best to read all of the members only chats. I'm not always that great at that, just because of how many chats we get. We've got over 200 people in here, which is awesome for a Saturday night. Russ says, welcome Many Hats. So now I'm looking at the members. Lonely in Truth is a member. Question, make videos private still keeps your watch hours? I do unlisted thinking private deletes my hours. Not sure how it works. Yeah, actually, now that you say that, I don't believe like you need 4,000 public watch hours in order to get monetized. Okay, so once you cross that threshold, as long as you maintain that, then if you wanted to privatize a video, that's probably not a big deal. You're not going to lose it. Because remember, with the watch hours, they're only good for a year anyways, the hours that count towards getting monetized. But if you're beyond that, then the watch hours don't even really matter anymore anyways, right? But yeah, you don't make any money on private videos because the views is private. You're not going to get views, right? So they can't put any ads on them. Okay, here's a question. A mystery, Amy Steyer? Maybe I got that right now. How many videos would you recommend having ready to go before launching a channel? I've heard 4 or 5 and then up to 20. Not sure how many to have ready before my channel goes live. You've heard 4 or 5 and then up to 20. I'm going to say 1. Make 1 video, upload it, make it public. Then start working on your second one. And I made a video about that. I think it was the last video I made. Was it not the last video I made? If I go to my videos, yeah, right here. This video right here is YouTube. Should you start a YouTube channel with multiple videos? Let me just play the very beginning of that so you guys can hear this. When starting a YouTube channel, should you start with several videos? So what I mean by that is, should you create several videos before you upload any and then upload them all at the same time and have them all go public at the same time? No, you should not do that. There you go. Could you guys hear that, by the way? Oh, Krista said, yes, it was this week. Yeah, it was my latest one. This week has flown by. Hopefully you guys could hear that. But yeah, so that video, I explain why I don't think you're doing yourself any favors by saving up videos and uploading them all. You always have the nicest scenery in your videos. Yeah, I mean, it's cold. It's pretty, but it was very cold that morning. Yes, loud and clear. Awesome, thank you. Yes, can hear it. Actually louder than you are. Oh, really? My volume's all the way up. Okay, maybe that is too loud. Anyway, yeah, just post your videos when they're ready. I like to, the way I look at it is give each of your videos time to breathe, right? If you publish a whole bunch of videos at once, then I don't know, I feel like that might just confuse YouTube. Like typically when you upload a video, it'll get views and then it won't, okay? Like when you're a brand new channel, you may not get views even on your first one, but you might. But regardless, like YouTube will test your video, and then based on that, how long are people watching your video for, they will put it in front of other people or they won't, right? I feel like it's good to let that go through that process with a video before you then upload another one, because at some point your first video is going to flatline, not going to get any more views. That would be a good time to upload another one. It's the way I look at it. When I see this, I do think there's value in having an increased rate at which you're publishing videos in the beginning. And it's kind of what I did. I was publishing 3 videos a week. So I guess if I were to do it all over again, and if I had 10 videos ready, well, first of all, I wouldn't get that ready. But if you have 10 videos ready, I'd schedule them maybe 3 a week until they're all gone. But in the meantime, work on your 11th, like right now. And then settle in on a frequency that you're comfortable with and that you can maintain for a long period of time without burning yourself out. So whether that's 1 a week, 2 a week, 1 a month, like whatever works for you. But if you wanted to accelerate that a little bit in the beginning, I'm all for that. But I'm not a big fan of releasing a whole bunch of videos all at once. I would space them out. I mean, maybe daily. If I release one video today on a brand new channel, first video, and it doesn't get any views, well, then I might release, if I had videos ready, I might release the next one the next day or 2 days later, probably 2 days later. Give it some time to catch. But anyway, there you go. There you go. A little bit of housekeeping here. It is 7:45 where I am, 6:45 Eastern. At the top of the hour, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. Okay, and I've got a be right back button that'll go to my phone. I think it'll be a scene from my phone. 5-minute break, use the bathroom, get something to drink, and then I'll be back. All right, not leaving yet. Top of the hour. You might have to remind me. Rob, see my last comment. Or where is your last comment? Must have been a while ago. All right, I'm going to have to search the roadkill. The roadkill. Oh, you got a lot of questions. I just saw something. I clicked on the person's name that made a super chat, and it gave the option to buy a membership. There you go. Perfect. Oh, here. I had that. I forgot I left it on that scene. Perfect. There you go. Thank you for sharing that. What do you still use a prompter for? I have to think long and hard about when the last time I used it was. Probably 3 or 4 months since I've used my teleprompter. Actually, the last time I used it, I should set that up again, actually, because that was kind of slick. I have a little tiny screen, right, that I could put in the base of my teleprompter, and I can have a Zoom call with somebody and bring their Zoom window onto that screen, and it projects up into the teleprompter, so I could be having a conversation with somebody through Zoom, but I'm looking right at the camera lens. I'm looking right at them, and the lens is behind them. So that, I think, is a fantastic way to use a teleprompter. But maybe that's not what you were asking. You were probably asking like for teleprompter reasons. I've made some videos where they were scripted and I read them. Like I want to say it's when I last released a course that I wanted to be, like I had a script written that I wanted to say in the video, basically an ad for a course that I made. So I used it for that, I believe, is the last time I used it. So that would have been in the fall, I guess, autumn. Yeah, that's probably the last time I used the teleprompter. I used to use it a lot more back when I made Camtasia videos for my intros and my outros. Intros are something that I used to do and I now tell people not to do. Right? Learn as I go. I share what I learn as I go. So yeah, so I used to use it a lot more, and I just have a small one. It's one that kind of hangs off the end of this lens, which it's a good one, right here. It's been on this desk for a while. Like, look how dusty it is. So this is it. So yeah, this, I can put my phone here or a small iPad, and then that is what I look at. The phone lays flat, or the screen for Zoom, and it projects up here and then out to me. So, and then all I do is I hang this on the end of my camera lens, like that. And you can't tell, you can't tell that, here, let me do that. I wish I had 3 hands. I'm gonna switch to my phone. So now I'll just show you what I'm doing here. See? I'm just holding it there because it kind of hangs on that lens like that. Okay, so now with this here, switch my hand again. Now you can't tell that that's in the way, but it is. It's magic. It's magic. Santa Corky, how often do you go live? This week, this is my 3rd time, and I'm probably going live on Monday too, so there'll be 4. But usually it's once a week, and it's usually Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. This coming week, though, it's Monday at 1 p.m. Because I'm on a plane on Tuesday, so I can't do it. But then the following week, I'll be back live on the Tuesday, provided the internet is okay where I'm going. I think it will be. So that's the plan. But generally once a week. Now, having said that, I like throughout the year, every once in a while, I will do an impromptu live, like from the beach. I've done it outside, usually at a different time, like in an evening or on a weekend morning, right? Something different. If I ever do something different like that, it's like the way I think of it is, okay, not everybody can tune in when I go live Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Right? So then I think, well, I know there's other people that watch my videos. Maybe I could go live at a different time that might work, for the people other side of the world. So that's why sometimes I change that up, but there we go. There we go. So are you jumping in at 100K instantly or what? No. Okay. So no, it's 10 to 8 p.m. here now. And if this happens within the next couple of hours, no, I'm not going to jump in the water at night, but I will tomorrow. And that will not be live. I actually tested the cell service at the beach I'm going to do it at, and it's not great for live streaming. So I'm just going to record it and then come right back and put the video together and send you the video. And I was even thinking, you know what? I've never done, I have never done a premiere. And I'm wondering if that might be a good time to try that, right? I'll make the video of me jumping in the ocean, and then I'll set it up as a premiere at a certain time. And I mean, it might work out that I have a video scheduled to go out Monday morning, but I can push that one to Wednesday, say, and instead on Monday, I could do a premiere of me jumping in the ocean, maybe. And that way I can be in the chat when it's happening. It's kind of like a live, but not live. It's like we'd all watch it for the first time together, even though it's a day later. So anyway, what do you think about that? Perfect. Love that. Says Karen. That's a good idea, actually. Andy, awesome. Hi, Rob. Hi, folks. Hey, Scott. How you doing? Premiere at Rob. That's an idea. Lonely in Truth. Question: what do you feel you've learned the most about starting this channel? Nova Scotia Realtor. What I've learned the most is, I'm going to say what I've learned. I've learned how to be comfortable on camera. I'd say that's what it is. That's the skill I think I guess most proud of or happiest about. I've never been one to speak in front of large groups. I don't like that. We're 101 away, and 100 away is not a number that I've got a thing for. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, I've never liked speaking in large crowds. I've always been shy growing up. I'd always get nervous. I'd get the sweats, and I'd forget what I'd want to say, all that. So first time I turned on a camera after telling myself, yeah, I want to do YouTube, and tried to talk to the camera was a very humbling experience for me, as it probably is for many people. The first time you try it, you realize just how hard it is. And it was hard. So then I spent 3 years making videos trying to get around that with the teleprompter, with making how-to videos instead of just talking to a camera, right? It was 3.5 years until I decided I actually made my first video talking to the camera without a script. And that was really hard to do, but I remember the thought process going through it. It's like, if I want to do this YouTube thing, that is the next step. Like, I know I'm making these how-to Camtasia videos and people are liking them and I'm growing, and it does look like I'm about to get monetized with that strategy I was, but I would not be anywhere near the size that my channel is now had I not just spoken to the camera off the cuff. Because it's like, people don't necessarily watch YouTube videos just for the information that you're providing. They are connecting with people. Okay, they're connecting. People want to watch real people. And if you're making a video talking off the cuff, you're making mistakes, you're stuttering, you're tripping over your words, you're whatever, you lose your train of thought. Like, leave all of that in. Because isn't that how you talk anyways in front of your friends? Like with your friends? Like, there's no do-overs when you're talking to a friend. You clear your throat, you say it again if you messed up a word, right? So do that in a video. Anyways, that's what I learned. And I learned, actually, so that's what I did, but what I learned was it's okay. In fact, it's way better than okay. 100 away. It's better than okay because that's what people want to watch. They want to watch real people being real, especially the people that also want to do the same thing that you're doing. So that's my biggest lesson. Oh, one sec. So yeah, there you go. Good question. 6 more minutes and I'm going to take a 5-minute break. Sammy, first time here. Welcome. What part of the Maritimes are you in? South Shore, Nova Scotia is where I am. Near Hubbard's. How easy is it to add a guest to a live stream? Not that hard. Well, there's a couple different ways to do it. The way I do it is with Ecamm Live and Zoom. I get my guests to call into a Zoom meeting that I set up, and then I can, like, Ecamm integrates with Zoom very easily, and I can easily bring them in. And I can create a scene ahead of time. And, put me on one side and them on the other side. Very easy to do. Russ says, I got a D+ in speech class in high school 46 years ago. I barely passed. Yeah, I don't remember having a speech class, but I probably would have been the same. Simply B, 100 to go. Woohoo. Yeah, 98 now. Yeah, it's happening tonight. Scott says, Premiere watch along party sounds cool. Yeah, the only thing about the premieres is that you can't do, not everybody. Then I guess it becomes a video that anybody can watch. Yeah, so, yeah, that's what I'll probably do. If I can do this swim tomorrow, which I will. So for those who weren't here earlier, here's the weather update. So if this happens tonight, which it's looking promising, then I'm going to do my swim tomorrow. And tomorrow, where I'm going to do the swim at the beach, the water temperature is 35 Fahrenheit. The air temperature is going to be 19 Fahrenheit, minus 7 Celsius. And with 15 gusting to 25 mile an hour winds out of the north, the wind chill is going to be 6 Fahrenheit or minus 14 Celsius. So I mean, the temperature numbers don't frighten me. The wind chill, like the 15 to 25 mile per hour, which is 20 to 40 kilometer an hour winds, that's unfortunate. That is going to make the water really cold when I get out. So I'm gonna need to dry off real quick. So I'm gonna run in from the beach, probably do a little. So the wind is out of the north, so the waves aren't going to be that big. The wind is going out the other way. So, but there's always a swell that rolls in, but they'll be smaller. I'll probably do a shallow dive into a wave, and you'll probably see me run out of the water faster than I went in, because it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. Jeez. Yeah, I was 25 years old last time I did this. What's one thing you want to get better at with your channel? Storytelling. I want to get better at storytelling. Some people say I'm decent at storytelling. I feel like there's a long way to go there. If you become a good storyteller, and when I say good storyteller, like leave in like maybe a hook, but then there's all kinds of stuff that goes along to make a craft a good story. Like think about a movie that you just can't stop watching and you watch it all the way to the end. That's because somebody wrote a good story. Like get good at storytelling. You can retain viewers for longer. Your average view duration will go way up, and the success of your channel will grow. What is the most frustrating part? Oh, super chat. Thank you so much, Brad Ledford. I appreciate that. What is the most frustrating part of running your YouTube channel? Frustrating? Jeez. I don't know that I get frustrated about anything. Early on, trying to talk to the camera, but unsuccessfully, was frustrating. But I just kept at it and finally got it. But frustrating might be a strong word. Like I was learning, and that's all part of it, right? You're not going to be good out of the gate at any of this stuff. When I got this camera, it was a little frustrating because there's a lot more to it than I realized. All the settings and stuff. I wouldn't say much gets me all that frustrated. Most people I follow use StreamYard for guests on lives. I used StreamYard before, and actually I understand. So at the time, I think their video encoder wasn't as good as it is now, so it's probably better now. No, I mentioned Zoom and Ecamm. Works great together, but you can also just use Ecamm without Zoom. And there's a feature where you can give a link to somebody who can call in to your live as well. But no, StreamYard is popular for sure. Russ says Sunday morning my time is my guess for 100K subs. Yeah, probably Sunday morning my time too. Wow, we're 95 away. Oh, this is getting exciting. 95 away. So I don't know. Maybe I should have done some kind of a contest, like have some kind of a pool as when people think it's going to happen. That might have been fun. Hi, Rob. I'm Jason, and I'm a small creator, and I just wanted to ask, what advice would you have for small creators who are struggling on views? Keep making videos and keep trying to get better at making videos that people want to watch for a long time. That's what it comes down to. And always your videos should always be for the same group of people, if that makes sense. Is it snowing outside? It's hard to tell. Too many lights on in here. If all your videos are always geared towards the same people, right, then YouTube will get better at finding those people for you. If you start switching gears and pivoting away and doing different videos on different topics, that'll just confuse YouTube, and they'll just they'll always get it wrong. They won't put it in front of the right people. So stay on topic, your niche, have a well-defined niche, a well-defined group of people you're always making videos for, and then just make videos and just keep trying to get better at at keeping people watching for longer. The first minute is crucial. The first 20 seconds, really. Like, get into it quickly. That people won't want to leave, right? Those are the things you need to work on. And that'll come. The more you try to level up your video creating skills, the better you'll get at it. Just keep practicing and you'll get there. I hope that helps. Potty break time, Rob. Oh yeah, it's 8:01. 8:01. So, yep, I'm going to take 5 minutes and I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right. Wait, what are we at? We're at 9:06. I've been writing this down. 9:06. So in the last half hour, 18 and 6 is what? Plus 24. It's speeding up. Might only be a couple hours away. All right. So, oh, we just lost one. Someone just left. Probably because I'm leaving for a bathroom break. All right, guys, give me 5 minutes and I'll be back. Thanks so much. Here, I'll set up my phone first. You guys want to watch Peanut while I'm gone? So we'll put this here. And I'll angle it down. And I'll be right back. Oh, mute my mic. I'll mute my mic. Alrighty, I'm back. I'm not muted anymore, right? Can you hear me? Looks like you can. Can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you. Thank you, little farm of big dreams. I have myself a drink now, a little bit of gin and ginger ale and cranberry juice. All right, where were we? Okay, we're ramping up. Like, we gained 13 subscribers since I was on a break. So that is cool. Alrighty, so. All right, so yes, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. So I've got, let me know when we've got 50 left if I'm not paying attention, because then I got some buttons I got to press. Is your kitty a Himalayan or a ragdoll? She is a ragdoll. Peanut is a 14 and a half years old now. August, she'll be 15 this coming August. Wow. And she's a ragdoll. Yeah. Amy Steyer, I've been binging your channel all day, just realized I hadn't subscribed. That's funny. I mean, yeah, YouTube doesn't even really care if you're subscribed or not, because if they know you like watching a creator's stuff, it'll keep presenting you with more of their stuff. So there you go. Timer is moving fast. Subscribe, people. Let's get Rob to 100K. Rob, what is the Stream Deck app you're using? It's the Stream Deck app. Go to Stream Deck. Is it streamdeck.com? I'm not sure. But if you Google Stream Deck mobile app, it's there. You can buy it directly from them. Well, so I got it from the iOS store, Apple, but I believe it's available in Google Play Store as well. Yeah, ragdolls are amazing, Lonely in Truth. Yeah, this is the first one I've ever had. So, but yeah, she's great. Rob, I think you need to take a break after another 5 minutes. You may get another 20 subscribers. Yeah, you might. The cat cam, the peanut cam, maybe that's it. Maybe I should just leave it on that screen. Just leave it on my phone like that. I can talk like this. You guys can watch Peanut. We could do it this way if you want. I don't know. Is that better, or is that? Well, she's got her back turned to us now anyway. Isn't it amazing that there are so many people rooting for you to hit 100,000? It's feel good for sure. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And again, my whole point for doing this is to kind of encourage you to celebrate your wins, like celebrate your goals as you achieve them, right? So this is a goal that I set. I have other goals, but I'm going to mark this. I'm going to celebrate it with you guys. I'm going to jump in the ocean so I'll never forget it. And yeah. I'm not going to be able to walk away now. Ocean breeze. Chula Vista. Cali Chula Vista? Chula Vista. I think I might have been there before. That's on the coast, right? South of LA, I think, maybe. Rob, every time you say, "and there you go," reminds me of the dad from the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I love it. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I've heard of the movie. It's an old one. 80 to go. Yeah, 78. Here we go. Woohoo, get it. Let's go. This is so cool. Yeah, so it was 8:36 when I went live at 5:47, and it's 8:11. So it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. Yeah, pretty cool. Rob, I'm supposed to be setting up Ecamm, but I can't take my eyes off the screen. It's cool, isn't it? So I watched, I got this idea from, I can't claim it as my own, but I watched, it was vidIQ, and I think it was when they rolled over 1 million, and now they're over 2 million. But I watched Rob do the same thing. And I think he had some confetti and party hat and stuff like that. I don't have that. I've got my Lions hat. Did the screen freeze? I hope not. Did it freeze for you guys? Oh, I hope we don't have problems like that. Can you guys, is it still working for you guys? What's all that? Okay, Logan Davis, stop. There you go. You're in timeout now. All good. We are good. Awesome. Cool. I can see and hear you. Awesome. All right, okay, cool. Cool, cool. Never froze for me. Okay, I just saw that one comment from somebody. Happy to moderate again for the rest if you need it. Okay, that's cool, Catherine. There you go. You have been added. Thank you, Catherine. Tell them to share the stream. Yeah. Question. Hi, Rob. If a niche on your YouTube channel is not working, like not getting views, is it smart to change your niche on the channel? But then I worry for the subscribers that already subscribed. And that's a valid concern. It really is. If you decide you don't want to make videos, like a better strategy might be like if you want to make videos in another niche, maybe consider starting a new channel. Like if it's not related at all to your existing niche, right? And if you have built up a sizable number of subscribers, you may not want to disrupt that. So you could start another channel for this other niche you want to talk about. That's one idea. Yeah. But yeah, like if you pivot to a new niche, your existing subscribers, you want to keep them in mind. Like, so maybe you might want to make a video that explains that. Like make a slightly different video, but with your audience in mind, and maybe towards the end of the video, you say something like, this video is a little bit different than what I normally make. What do you think? Do you want to see me make more like this, or would you rather me make more of what I used to make, right? Like involve your subscribers. Make them feel like they have a say in your direction even, right? If you want them to have a say in your direction, but I highly recommend you do involve them and listen to your audience and let them help in sharing where your channel goes. Like that's a great way to grow, right? I mean, not everybody wants to do that. There's a lot of people that just want to make whatever videos they want to make and they don't want to be influenced by whoever's watching them. They just want to do their thing. And if, that's fine too. It's just that, that would be like going into business, setting up a store and filling that store with stuff that you like, not caring what potential customers like. If you just fill it with what you like and you think that, oh, because I like it, other people might, or other people must like it too, that may not work, right? Maybe your interests aren't the same as your potential customers. So anyway, I think it's smart. If you opened a store, it's smart to fill that store with products that your customers will want. That's how you grow a store. That's how you grow a store business, a retail business. YouTube is no different, right? You fill your YouTube channel with content that your viewers want to watch. There you go. Best guess as to when you will reach 1 million. No, I don't even have a guess. Could be next year. Could be 20 years from now. It could never happen. That's actually, it's not, I mean, I guess that could be a stretch goal, but it's not a goal that I'm actively, no. That'd be cool because 1 million would be a gold play button. That's what that is. How did you do the sub counter on the screen? I will show you with my phone. So let's go to my phone. So basically I've created an overlay in Ecamm Live. Let me press my phone and I'll go grab my phone. Okay, so sorry for making you dizzy. This is Ecamm Live. This is what I'm looking at. This is my live streaming software. So you can see I created an overlay here. But where did that come from? That came from YouTube Studio, a page in YouTube Studio, which I have open right here. Okay, where did that page come from? Well, I'll show you. So that's a browser extension, and I just created an overlay, like it's basically capturing the center part of that and displaying it on my pages. Okay, so now let me show you my YouTube Studio. It's right in here, Video Analytics. Let's go back to Studio. analytics. No, I think we were on the right page. If you go to analytics in your YouTube studio, then you go to see live count right here. Click on that. There's that page. I just moved that page up to my other monitor. So now you can see it 3 different places. That is how you do that. Go backwards there. Okay, another drink time. 9:28. Someone said earlier that you show a bit of the first video you ever uploaded so we can see how much you have grown. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that very easily. We go back to YouTube. I'll go back, videos, and let's go oldest. Okay, so these first 2, so 5 years ago, wow, they were actually videos I created for Fiverr, advertising the gigs that I was offering in Fiverr, and they were the first videos I put on my channel. And yeah, I'll play it. Hey guys, my name is Rob and I'm ready to work on your subtitle project. I will add your transcript to your video as subtitles or captions for as little as $5. Send me your video and your transcript and I'll get started right away. Keep watching and check out samples of the work that I can do for you. I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.
In fact, most people don't even know what on earth your product even is.
It's just ads. So there was that one, and then this one here, very similar. Hey guys, my name is Rob and I'm ready to create a video demonstration or screencast for you. Maybe you sell products online or services, or maybe you have software that's difficult to explain how to use. A screencast is a video recording of your website or software that shows people how to do what you want them to do.
Starting on the Fiverr homepage and assuming you are not logged in, you'll see a search bar here.
Whether it's how to place an order on your website, how to use your software, or whatever else you want to demonstrate, video is the best way to show somebody how to do something. Why write out instructions when you can show them a video? I make screencasts or video demonstrations that are easy to follow and look great. I have several techniques I can use, like panning, adding zoom effects, highlights, text annotations, arrows and animations, and background music to make your video really stand out. I can even add your logo or any other branding you might have. When I'm finished, I'll send you an HD video in MP4 format that you can upload to YouTube, Vimeo, Instagram, Facebook, or wherever else you want to host it. Prices start at just $10, and I offer discounts on multiple video orders. I hope to hear from you soon. All right. Enough of that. So there you go. Those are my first videos. A couple questions came in here that I will answer. Did you intentionally not wear glasses at first? I didn't have to wear glasses. These are only reading glasses. I don't need these for distance, but I'm reading everything on my screen, so I kind of need these for that. Like if I'm out walking, I don't wear these. If I'm driving, I don't wear these. Actually, sometimes when I drive, I wear them like this so I can see the dash, but if I'm looking through the windshield, I don't need these glasses. My vision for distance is perfect. So it was only until I think when I turned 50, I started to need reading glasses. So eyes are getting old. But I need them to read this. The audio has gotten a lot better. Yep, definitely. Well, yeah, that audio would have been just on my phone. I didn't have a mic then. Let's see, what else? So you don't make those unlisted since you talk about other stuff now? No, I've left those there for reasons like this. Every once in a while I'll refer to them and I'll say, go check out my first video. If you think your videos suck right now, check out my first video. It sucks too. I've got no problem leaving it there. It's for display purposes so people can see how far I've come. Like, I appreciate that when people leave their older videos on too. Like, nobody starts off being perfect, right? Everybody has to start somewhere and everybody grows. And I think it's good to show your growth. That's one of the best reasons for starting a YouTube channel, I think, is like a lot of people will say, what should I talk about? Well, if there's something you want to get better at, make a YouTube channel that documents your growth from 0 to hero in whatever it is you're trying to do, right? Like if you want to learn how to play the guitar and you don't know how to play the guitar right now, well, A, get a guitar, learn how to play it. YouTube videos will help you with that. And B, make a YouTube channel that documents your journey of how to learn how to play guitar, right? Your first videos are going to show that you suck at playing the guitar, you don't know how to do it. But eventually, like a year from now or however long it takes, your videos will show that you know how to play the guitar. And then after a year, you might have 50 videos that people who are just starting to learn how to play the guitar will find, and they might think, oh, wow, how long did it take you to learn how to play the guitar? And you can say, well, I'll show you. Look at my first video. I didn't know how to play then. And now look at the video I made this week. I know how to play now. So you can watch all my videos and learn how to, I show you how I learned how to play the guitar. If you follow along what I did, you'll know how to play the guitar too. So I think journey or documenting your journey type channels are a great idea. Whatever it is you want to document, whatever journey. There you go. This is as exciting as watching the New Year's ball drop. Yeah, so formal. Yeah. Consistency and discipline. Thanks for showing us how to do it well, Rob. No problem. 99,000 is basically 100,000. Yep, pretty much. Just round up like I do with my stock gains. How much subs did you get in the first year of the channel? My first year, right here. So, oh no, wrong thing. I gotta bring this down here, right here. So my first year was January 2021. I started. I got so I had 6 subscribers after my first month. If you go to the end of the first year, I had 396 subscribers, but I only made 10 videos. 9 the first month and then 1 in October. That's all I made. Sorry, I forget what the question was. How many subs did you get in the first year? Yeah, so 396 in my first year. And in the second year, it was up to 1,800. And that was after making, well, how many videos was that? That was 27 videos in 2 years. And you can see there were a lot of months where I didn't make any, right? A lot of months here I didn't make any. So took me a while. I was getting discouraged, right? I would notice that, hey, I'm not getting subscribers, I'm not getting views. This is going to take forever. Maybe YouTube is not for me. Like I said that to myself, I don't know how many times over the years, and gave up several times. So, can you show us your sub growth? Yeah, that's pretty much what this was here. So, yeah, I started January 2021, and at the end of the first year, 396. At the end of the second year, I was at 1838. At the end of the third year, I was at 2,600, still not monetized, but again, a lot of months when I was not making videos. And then 2024 is when things started to change for me. As you can see, I started to make a lot of videos. Okay, this is how many videos I made that month. These are how many live streams I did. So it was basically end of February. Well, actually, no, it was more like March that I really started to go. And then my sub count started to go up, and the watch hours, where's the total watch time? Oh, here's my 12 months of watch hours. So it was May of 2024, I got monetized, made $37 that first month, or that was actually in a couple of days, 209 the first full month, but then I had a video do really well my third month monetized, and that's when the sub count really started to grow. So the total subs here, at the end of 2024, it was at 30,000. At the end of last year, it was at 93. 942, I got to keep an eye on that. Let me know when it gets to 950. I just subbed 6 times? How'd you do that? Hey, Karen's here, YouTube over 40. How you doing, Karen? Maggie Loves Life. Hey, Maggie, how you doing? I remember subscribing to your channel when I saw your bloopers. Very good. I haven't done bloopers in a while. They're fun to do, but I haven't done them in a while. I wonder if, when you do bloopers, if that hurts sometimes, because, you know, I've given the information. Now the blooper section is more for people who are just interested in how I made the video and spinning my wheels at the beginning. And in all honesty, I'm better now at starting my videos than I was back then. So I don't have as many bloopers, if that makes sense. Yeah, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to fake it. Like, if I have bloopers, I'll show them. Wait a minute. I have 200 long-form videos. Will be 1 year, February 14th for me. I have 3970 subs. I'm doing well. My watch hour is not high. Yeah, watch hours. It's funny. I always thought watch hours was the hardest thing for everybody, but some people get the watch hours before they have the 1,000 subscribers. It all depends on the type of content that you make, really. Bloopers drew me in, Martha says. Yeah, they were fun to make. Like that, the first video I ever made that had bloopers in it was my first viral video. Like it took me from 3,800 subscribers to 16,000 in 1 month. That video with the bloopers, and that video's got over 400,000 views now, and it had 400,000 in like a couple of months. It's not getting views anymore, really, not that one. Question, Rob, will my sub count go up if I'm invited to join as a collaboration in a podcast? Not necessarily, but maybe. If you collaborate with somebody, that means that both of your audiences may be exposed to that video that you collaborated in, right? So yeah, you may get some new subscribers from the other person's viewers. It's possible. I'm dreaming of making a living on YouTube. I struggle with staying consistent and focused. Plus, I don't feel much support from my friends and family, especially from my wife. That's unfortunate, but yeah, you have to. I mean, again, like YouTube is not for everybody, so not everybody gets it. Like, if it's your thing, if you're excited about YouTube, then great. But you can't necessarily expect your friends and family to be as excited about it as you are. All the more reason to kind of get online and try to connect with other people in your, like, within your niche. Like, maybe drop into other people's live streams and start getting to know people in there and starting conversations, and maybe trying to start your own community in your own channel in the comments section. Maybe add live streams and get to know people that way. I've met a ton of people through this, and it's awesome. But friends and family don't necessarily share the same interests, and that's okay. That's the part that a lot of people don't get. It's really okay. Like, we can't expect people to be as excited about our hobbies as we are, right? So you have to keep that in mind. Did you create that spreadsheet from scratch? Yes, I did. And if you want it, I give it away for free without my information in it. But yeah, I haven't mentioned this in this live stream yet. But below, in the description below, I've got links to some. If I just go back to my channel, I've got links to some freebies that I offer, and that's one.
Do not do that.
If I share my screen here, so down in my description below my videos, yeah, if you click, now this is not for this live stream, it's for another video, but if you go to my website and you go to the Start Here page up here, click Start Here, and you'll come here and scroll down, free resources, YouTube Stats Tracker. That's the spreadsheet I just showed you, and you can download your own copy of that for free if you want. You can also download the YouTube Kickstart kit that I created. It's a 15-page PDF, 15 or 16-page PDF. And you can join Creators Cove, which is a free community Actually, I haven't been in that for several days. I should go in to see. I usually check in every once in a while, but I've been busy the last week. But yeah, you can chat with other like-minded creators who are typically over 40. That's not a rule though, but and also trying to do YouTube and sharing ideas, asking questions, and everybody just being supportive. So feel free to check those out. Yeah, there you go. Brilliant. I was going to take a photo of my screen to create that spreadsheet. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, I like spreadsheets. I do. It's pretty simple though. It's just 1 month, right? Each row is a month, and I track how many videos I post, how many live streams I do, how many views I got in that month, and this view total, that's just a running total of all these numbers, right? Running total. Watch time per month, running total. But then this column here is a running total of only the last 12 months, because that's what you need, right? Like if you need 4,000 watch hours, YouTube only counts your last 12 months, or technically your last 365 days. So this spreadsheet isn't perfectly accurate because it's just based by month, but it's close. And then how many new subs I got each month and the running total. But then I also track what was my best video in each month, how many views did it get, how many watch hours, how many subs did I get from it, and also what was my best live stream that month, how many views, how much watch time, how many subs from it. And I track that to this day, right up to February of like this month, running totals. So I geek out on numbers. It's just what I do. Can you add a link to Creators Cove here? Yes, I can. Can I? Yeah, right there. So a link to Creators Cove is right there. Creators Cove. Sorry, that's not a link to Creators Cove. That is a link to sign up for Creators Cove. If you want to go to Creators Cove, you can just go to robthemaritimer.com and then click the login button in the upper right. Now, if I click that, I mean, I'm already logged in, right, as the admin, so that I can't give you that link. It wouldn't work for you. Let's go. 55 away. Oh, 8:35. I'm a little bit late writing that down, but 8:35. We were at 99945. Just tracking this. So that was 39 in the last half hour or so. I say we're going to be there within the hour. Should get there within the hour. Heidi's got a question. Remind me what live stream info you capture, or I should say at what point you capture the data. For live streams, let's see. For live streams, that was back here. What I track is how many views and the watch time and the new subscribers. So, and the way I get that, excuse me, I go to live here, and say for this one was a couple days ago, I'll go to analytics, and actually no, those numbers that I just showed you is what the total is. Like if I, let's see, how do I do that? So for February, I would go into analytics. I would change the date to February 948. I would click see more, and this is for February, and then I would look for the latest live stream, which is here. This is the best one so far, 3362 views, and that's the one, when was that? February 3rd, so that was the one 4 days ago. So that's what I do. That's what I track. I don't know. I don't know if that's what you're asking. We're one away from me having to press that button. 99949, 51 to go. Get your sound geared up. Thanks, Krista. Thought I had subscribed, but the button is still black and says subscribe. Well, you must be number 949. Oh, here we go. Boom, 50 to go. How was the audio on that? Was that too loud? Next one's 40. Rob, I used to love watching The Curse of Oak Island. You been there to visit? Yes, I have. I've sailed by it many times. It's in Mahone Bay. Good, that was perfect. Woohoo, not loud enough. LOL. I don't think I can make it louder. Not at this point. Scared me, LOL. Good audio. Woohoo. 50, too quiet. I don't think I can't, yeah, my sound effects are already up. I loved Curse of Oak Island. Yeah, the joke around here for Oak Island is that the owners of the island, the people who filmed that, like I grew up reading the story about Oak Island, and it was Captain Kidd, I think, or Captain Hook, or somebody, one of the pirates. I mean, there's a long history of, actually, there's a house across the water that actually you would be looking at if it wasn't dark. That is called, the nickname is Blinkers, because in the, I think, early to mid 1800s, they used to flash a light on and off at that house, signaling to the clipper ships whether or not it was safe enough to come in with their rum from the Caribbean, right? The rum runners. A lot of rum runners around here, around Nova Scotia, pirates and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so anyways, I grew up with the Oak Island story, and legend has it that there's buried treasure on the island somewhere, and they've dug so deep, and what people around here joke about is when the people who are filming go home at night, the owners go to the island and throw a couple of old screws down the hole so that they'll have something to dig up the next day, right? Who knows? I don't know. I also heard that I think the curse was that a certain number of people had to die looking for the treasure before it was found, and I think there's still one more person that has to die according to that legend, or that's what I remember hearing when I was a kid, anyways. So I don't know how true that is, but yeah, Oak Island. I mean, I'm in St. Margaret's Bay. Here's where I am. Actually, that might be a fun thing to do. Let me pull up Google Maps. I'll show you how close I am to that. I'm keeping an eye on the counter. So here we go. So let me zoom out. Let me share this so you can see what I'm looking at. So this is Nova Scotia. All right, just so you know where we are. Okay, there's North America. All right, Nova Scotia is right here. Right, there's the border. That's New Brunswick. There's Maine, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. That one is PEI. All right. So if we zoom in on Nova Scotia, there's two big bays here. There's St. Margaret's Bay. That's where I am. Okay, I'm way up in here. And Mahone Bay, this is where Oak Island is. So if I zoom into Mahone Bay, Chester is here. I want to say Oak Island is over here somewhere. Is that it? Yeah, that's it right there. Oak Island. And yeah, you can drive out to the island. I don't know if I've ever been on the island, but I sail around it all the time. And they've got, there's a, where is the hotel? Over here, maybe? Yeah, they got a big hotel here, right across from Oak Island. And I think, yeah, they're digging holes here somewhere. They've got shafts that they keep digging down. But I mean, they only dig so far, and then it fills in. Like they get to water, right? So anyway, that is Oak Island. It's in Mahone Bay, which is this bay. I'm in St. Margaret's Bay, and there is our city of Halifax. Okay, that's the big city that I will eventually go in to make videos in that city. I haven't done it yet. I did one video one time at the park. Out here, I think I was sitting way out at the point, by these trees somewhere out there. I think that's where I made the video. I think it was at that bench right there. I sat at that bench and made a video. And I showed you the water from there. Anyway, there you go. Little geography lesson. Oh, we lost one. Does that mean I'm going to have to hit the 50 again when we get there again? No, I already hit it once. Were you born and raised in the Maritimes? Yes, I was born and raised in that city, Halifax. Looks far more interesting than little old UK. Well, Nova Scotia has 1 million people, the whole province, right? Halifax has 500,000 people, the city. So half of the whole province is in the city. And it's got a long history. It was, I think it might be the oldest incorporated city in North America, I think. 1749 is when it was founded. General Cornwallis was the founder. He was a British, I don't know what he was, soldier or general, I guess. Yeah, the British and the French fought over Nova Scotia a lot over the years. It's been a long time, but. Just put my email in for the Kickstart kit and sign up for Creators Cove. Awesome. Awesome. You should get emails automatically with the download. I should do a video on Oak Island, walking around like you do. Yeah. Well, I think it's a private island. I don't know if I'm allowed on it. There is a causeway to it, but I think that's their driveway. So I'm not sure. It's funny. I find it funny how popular that show got, because it's just always been, you know, it's not been anything we really talk about around here, but yeah, I don't think anyone around here believes there's anything to it. There may have been, but who knows? Looking for advice keeping my existing YouTube channel that focused on my previous real estate careers, 138 subs, or start a new channel. All depends on who those 138 subs are. How did you get them? Did you get them because the content you made, like if the content you made that got them lines up with the new content you want to make, then sure, just keep going on that channel and maybe make a video saying, yeah, I'm back. Like now I'm going to make whatever, right? But if it's going to be different content, then I would start a new channel. You can make up 138 subs pretty quick. Hey Rob, our store support team is based in Canada and most of them speak French. Is it common for most Canadians to be bilingual? I wouldn't say most. Well, let me go back here. Let's go back here. I will say this. So Canada has 10 provinces, and you can see them divided up here. You got 1, British Columbia, Alberta's 2, Saskatchewan's 3, Manitoba 4, Ontario's 5, that's where Toronto is, and Ottawa. Quebec is 6, that's where Montreal and Quebec City is. Newfoundland and Labrador together is 7, 8, 9, 10. New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI. So 10 provinces. Of all the 10 provinces, officially our country is bilingual, okay? But officially, there's only one bilingual province of the 10. And that, interestingly enough, is New Brunswick. That's a bilingual province. Quebec is not bilingual, it's French only. So in other words, government documents, street signs, right? All in French. Like the stop signs, they say arrête in French in Quebec. All of the other provinces are English only, okay? Our stop sign here in Nova Scotia says stop. In New Brunswick, it says stop, arrête. It says them both, right? And everything, the government, provincial government is both languages. So to answer your question, a lot of people in New Brunswick are bilingual. I actually started school in New Brunswick, and I took a couple years of French immersion, so I got to know a lot of French. Pretty much every school in every province has French classes for everybody, probably similar to in the States. There's probably a lot of people who have Spanish classes, because I think Spanish is spoken a lot in a lot of states. So yeah, there's, oh, Krista says, and Ontario is bilingual? You sure? 3 provinces. What was the other one? See, I grew up being told that only New Brunswick was. But I am not an expert, so I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I know all federal documents, all federal, like federally, Canada is bilingual. But I think like there's no requirement for everybody to be bilingual. I think a lot of people in Quebec are bilingual just because English is a more spoken language than French is. But anyways, I'm not an expert in that, so I'm only that's what I know. But apparently, maybe I'm not correct. What was the third province though? I missed that one. 2 provinces, Rob. Manitoba. Oh, Manitoba too? I did not think that was. But I've never been to Manitoba, so 9:57. 43 to go. Oh, here, let's switch that back. Born in New Brunswick, but raised in born in Nova Scotia, but raised in New Brunswick. Grateful to be bilingual. Yeah, I was born in Nova Scotia. Excuse me. I did grades 1 and 2 in New Brunswick, 3 and 4 in Nova Scotia, 5, 6, 7, 8 in New Brunswick, and then I've been back in. My father moved around a lot with with his work, but from grade 9 on, and then all through university and my adult life has been Nova Scotia, where I was born. Let's see. Mike's Retirement Corner. I'm still trying to master English. So am I. And I'll tell you too, the 2 years of French immersion I did in New Brunswick, when I then moved to Nova Scotia that did not offer French immersion at the time in the early 80s, or was that late 70s even, early 80s, my English had suffered compared to where the Nova Scotia students were at the time. Like in New Brunswick, I mean, French was a lot more available, but in addition to that, I opted into French immersion so that my courses were all taught to me in French too. It kind of just sped up the learning French, right? And I haven't really kept up with it. I can understand a French person if they're speaking with me, but I wouldn't be able to speak back very well. Maybe enough to get by, but that's it. If you put Peanut on, we can zoom to 965 in a couple of minutes. Maybe I should put here. Let me position my phone again. Oh, she's moving. There is that. There we go. All right, Peanut, there you go. Do your magic. Bring in the subs. 9:59. Born in California, lived in Hawaii, Oregon, Texas, and now back in Oregon. Well, you've been all over. Awesome. Never been to Oregon, but it seems to be, it looks gorgeous. $40 to go. 39. The stress is killing me. Amy Steyer, 40 to go. The stress is killing me. Catherine's fabulous 60s. Just got back from dinner. Perfect. Yay, good sound. New Brunswick is the only officially bilingual province. See, that's what I always thought. Manitoba requires English and French be used in the legislature, laws, and court. Okay, sounds like you know what you're talking about. While government services are available in French, New Brunswick only official bilingual province. Okay. Every time you move 10 closer, play all the previous milestones in order to the current number. 968. Did we go backwards? No, we jumped up 8. Okay, now we're accelerating. Here we go. I think it's happening, folks. AI says New Brunswick is Canada's only official bilingual province. Okay, I got to get my thumb on that. We're getting close. I didn't catch the beginning of this. Did you say when you're doing the polar plunge? Is it tomorrow? It looks like it's going to be tomorrow. Yep, probably tomorrow morning. 25 to go. No snacking or breaks. Cheers, guys. This is fun. Thank you for keeping me company today. Do I have a happy dance ready? No, I do not. What is the countdown? We are 22 away. Excited to see what happens at 100,000. I hope I didn't mess up my overlays. That's all I can say. How did your cat get the name Peanut? I honestly don't remember. Okay, here we go. How many in this live unsub so they could ramp up at the end? Not going to be able to do all those. Everyone in chat can say we were here when. That's right. Should I put the peanut cam on? She looks pretty excited, don't you think? Flow State Series, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. $10. $9. We're missing some numbers. Who's going to be the 100,000th? I think we've set a record too. 255 people here. That's a record. I can't keep up. Nope. Sorry, I'm not really able to answer any questions right now. Oh, going backwards. Okay, why is my... There. Went backwards. People are unsubscribing. 7. What was the last number that I pressed? Oh, there's 6. I hit 6, but then we lost one. Shout out, please. Shout out to everybody who's here. All 274 of you. Holy cow, guys. That is so cool. So close. I want to be 100,000. Maybe that's why it's going up and down, since people are leaving and then coming back. Yeah, hey, if you haven't already, like this video or live stream. So yeah, the plan is I'm going to go for a swim tomorrow, and I'm going to film it, and then I'm going to make a video out of it, and then we're going to premiere that probably Monday. How's that sound? I have a video that was going to go out Monday, and it's scheduled, but I'll change that. 4. No unsubscribing. You are going for a swim, Rob? Yes, I am. Almost there. Boom. What'd you think of that? That was Peanut. That's Peanut. Wow, look at us. Let it go now. 100,006. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. I don't have to go anywhere just yet. Holy cow. 13, 16, 17. What's going on? 8:57 p.m. 100K. Write that down. Cool. Okay, now I cannot keep up with the chat now. But let's look at that again. Let's look at this. What did you think about that right there? So maybe in a future live stream, I'll tell you how I made that. I used Camtasia to make that, and Canva, and Epidemic Sound. So that's how I did that. Wow, we've blown right through 100,000. Oh, it just lost a subscriber. Well, I was wondering if once we hit it, if it would then fall back and then come back. You know what I mean? But it didn't. So, cool. Cool. Yeah, you guys were here. Awesome. 311 people. This is cool. Let me show you. I'm going to show you that. Share my screen. So you can see what this, look at what happened here. Like this is, so 230, 200, 230. And then the last several minutes, it just jumped right up to 311. That's current people watching this. So that is super cool to see that many people in here. Yeah, new bar. Set the new bar. We're going to have to beat that next time. So I hope this gave you guys some encouragement. Like a year ago, I was at 30,000 subscribers. A year before that, I was at 2,500, I think. So like once it happens, it can happen quick. Right? And that's the thing. Like whenever you make a video, and your next video could be the one that just takes off for you. Every single time you upload a video, you're uploading the potential for a video to go viral. Not that you should be chasing that. Like consistency is what really matters, but you never know. It can happen, right? Critical mass, Scott said. Congrats, Rob. Thank you, Mike. Thanks everybody that's been here. We've dipped back down to 288, so that's cool though. The diehards are staying. And you know what I'm most happiest about right now is the fact that it's only 9 o'clock here. Like I thought I was going to be in for the long haul and have to be here for into the wee hours, and then set my alarm to get up and go for a swim when I'm running on a couple hours of sleep. So luckily, I'll be able to get some sleep tonight. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll be back down below 100,000 subscribers. Who knows? Just before bedtime, that's right. Yeah, no, I still have half a drink here I'm going to have to finish. Oh, wow, I'm late to the party. Yeah, better late than never, though. Sophia, you're still here, 1 a.m. You got to get to bed, girl. Been here since 40,000 subs. Awesome. 1 a.m. in the UK, 5 p.m. in California. So this new time slot was the key, just saying. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if I want to stream on Saturday. Again, I don't know if somebody else normally streams now. 2 a.m. in the Czech Republic. Wow, you're up late. Or, sorry, you're up early. Early the next day. Thank you, Iva. Appreciate that. No, you won't be back down, Rob. Well, I might not. It climbed up into the over like 100,000 and over 20 fairly quickly. Oh, 1 second here. This is so fun, and what a great way to share this win. So creative and simple. Yeah, it actually took me a while to yeah, I showed you the, here, let's go back to my phone for a second. Peanut is oblivious. So yeah, all those numbers, like, see what I did on my stream deck? I mapped all the numbers. Okay, 50, 40, 30, and I didn't realize that once we got down into the singles, I thought I'd count down from 20 every single number, but that wasn't going to work. So got a little messed up there, but But yeah, so I mapped these to videos that I created. Put this back here in Camtasia. There, but it sounds like maybe I had to have the volume up a little bit higher. Thank you, Jim over 30. Appreciate that. Thank you, Flagler Nature Girl. Dion King. You were 101. May I ask what camera you use for your stream? Yeah, so this is a ZV-E10 by Sony with a Sigma 16mm lens is what I use here. Normally on my videos, like the ones I make outside, I use my iPhone. So it's just easier. Like this camera here, I've got the settings set to what it needs to be for in here. I'd have to be messing around with the ISO and whatnot if I took it outside, and I'm not a photographer. Like I don't know. That's just a little bit above or beyond me. So simple is better. And quite honestly, like people like my videos where I'm outside walking around. You know, I get compliments on the videos and the quality of the video, so that tells me right there that iPhone is just fine. And not just I mean, I use iPhone, but the Samsungs are fine too. Like the cameras you get in the phones today, even if your phone is 5 years old, it's got a phenomenal camera in it, probably. So that's all you need. That's really all you need. It's more important to get clear on what you want to talk about in your videos, so that you can, you know, talk to us and you know, get clear on who you're going to talk to. Those are the important things, and then get better and better at making those videos. Let's see. Alrighty. Again, congrats, Krista. Thank you, Krista. Appreciate that. iPhone is waterproof, all I'm saying. Water plunge. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to put my phone on that selfie stick and take it swimming with me tomorrow. So I got to text my son, make sure he can come out, and he will film from his. He's also got an iPhone, so that's perfect. Just use those two phones, and he can film me from the beach, and I can film me going in the water. And yes, it's waterproof, so perfect. Dropping my kid off at a party, I must have missed it, LOL. Well, you can watch it on the replay. Gracie Summers, question. Thanks for your videos. I learned a lot from them. What editing software do you use? Which software do you think is best for a beginner? I love Camtasia for beginners. Camtasia, Camtasia. I've got a link to it down below under the software I use. I've been using it for many years. I find it very easy. I have since purchased Final Cut Pro for my Mac, and I've been learning that. But I always tend to go back to Camtasia. It's just so easy. It's just so easy. And my videos aren't complicated. Camtasia is all I need, right? It allows me to add music and B-roll and sound effects if I want, all that stuff. And it's all fairly easy. Do animations. The animations I did for this live stream, I'm going to press it again, like this one. I made that in Camtasia. The imagery, well, not Peanut, I got her, that was from a screenshot, but like the horn and the little flag and the smile, all that came from Canva. And then I kind of placed it all into Camtasia, and I animated things and put it to the music and the sound effects. Actually, there's no music there, but all the music at the beginning of this video and the sound effects, I got all that from Epidemic Sound, and then put it together in Camtasia. So you can use Camtasia to make little animations like that as well. The Super Chat one that I do as well, with the boat, that animation, I made that in Camtasia as well. Cord Cutters, thank you so much for the Super Chat. You just hit my feed, first time viewer. I just subscribed after a quick browse of your channel. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Thank you. And welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. We normally do these lives on Tuesdays at 1 o'clock Eastern Time is usually when I go live. But this is a special one because we just hit 100,000 subscribers. So I'm celebrating with all of you guys and just having fun and having a little gin. Haha, I just barely noticed the peanut smiles in the end. Yeah, I wanted it to be subtle. I kind of like subtle jokes. Careful, external microphones are not waterproof. Ask me how I know. Yeah, no, I'm not going to take the DJI mic with me. I'm just going to use, well, yeah, it's probably good. No, I'll just use the phone. Phone's fine. Although it's going to be windy. It's going to be, what did I say? 15 to 25 miles an hour. So that's unfortunate, but Simply B, good night. Lived in the Yukon by Alaska for several years. Tons of French-speaking people there. Oh, really? Very good. I've never been up that way. One Take Adventures, Super Chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Dusko Mac as well. Thank you for the Super Chat. Appreciate that. Thank you. You guys are very generous today. Is my heart pounding? I just noticed. Surprisingly, no. I mean, I'm excited. It's cool. I'm happy. It's awesome. How cold is the water? The water is 35 Fahrenheit. I actually wrote that down. So tomorrow, the water temperature is 35 Fahrenheit, which is like, what's that, 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. The air temperature tomorrow is going to be 19 Fahrenheit with a wind chill of 6 in Celsius. That's -7 with a wind chill of -14 at 10 a.m. And that's roughly when I think I'm going to do it. Make sure your son uses the DJI mic tomorrow. Actually, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll put that on him. I've just started live streaming, Becoming George. You were my inspiration. Awesome, George. Congrats on getting started live streaming. That's huge. That's huge. This is Pam is here. Woohoo. Congrats. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, F4 Philippines. That's cold. Yes, it is, Flagler. It is cold. Oh my God, new idea. Heart rate monitor during the plunge. Yeah, well, my Apple Watch does that, I think. Maybe I'll start an exercise on that and it might stop. The heart rate might just stop. Oh, Catherine, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thanks for everything, Rob. Appreciate it immensely. I learned so much. Awesome. You're doing awesome, Catherine. You keep doing what you're doing. And Becky, too. Thank you so much, Becky. Congratulations. I appreciate all of you. You guys are very generous today. Thank you. Don't forget your thermal underwear, Rob. Going to be chilly. Yeah, I think the key is not to have a whole lot of loose clothing, right? Because that cold flapping against the skin in the wind. No, I'm going to want to get out and get dried off as quickly as I possibly can. Grace, thank you so much. Wow, I really appreciate that. Very generous. Thank you. Hey, you know what, guys? Like, I really, like, and this might sound cliche, but I don't feel like I'm doing anything that you all can't do. Like, I'm just a regular dude who actually had trouble talking to the camera until I just forced myself to do it. And, just show up on YouTube and try to help people and make videos that help people. That's really it. And you can do this too. You really can. Just keep working on getting better at making videos that people want to watch. That's the bottom line. Like, you say you're stuck at a certain number of subscribers or you don't get over a certain number of views. The answer to all those things is just make better videos that people want to watch. That is it. You can increase your odds of doing that by targeting a very specific group of people and making sure all of your videos are targeted towards that group of people, and that you keep showing up consistently and that you keep trying to get better with each video. All right? You keep doing that and you'll get there. Steve, thank you so much, dude. Steve Brocky, off to bed now, but congrats once again. Well deserved. Good night. Good night, Steve. Yeah, it's late for you. It is late for you. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, it's 10 after 1 in Scotland. Thank you, Bangkok Walks 4K. Appreciate that. Just think, you can make an AI video of you jumping in the ocean. Yeah, that'd be cheating. I'm not going to do that. I like AI as a tool to help me, like with titles and thumbnails, or like thumbnail text, not the thumbnails, just the text. That's about as far as I go with the AI. I know it's not a big deal for you, but I'm almost in tears watching this, man. Thank you, Sydney Ray. Appreciate that. Next is 1 million subs. Yep, that's not going to be this year. Some people cannot get better. Yeah, well, I mean, I would argue that if you keep trying, you will get better. As long as you're intentional about it. Anybody can do this. Martha, thank you so much, Martha. Regular guy with a big heart. Thank you. That's I love hearing. Thank you. Very good compliment. I'm not good at receiving compliments like this, I guess. I don't know. Just got in from camping. Missed your 100,000 by 31. Congrats. Thank you, Flight Quest. Appreciate that. What camera do you use, by the way? When I'm outside, I use my iPhone. And when I'm inside here, I use the Sony ZV-E10 with the Sigma 16mm lens. And over 60 YouTuber, another super chat. Thank you. Always great content and helpful tips. Thanks for all you do, Rob. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. You guys are amazing. I was riding a chairlift skiing when I hit 100 subs. Long way to go to 100,000. That's cool that you remember where you were, though. Like, that's awesome. That's awesome. And hitting it on a chairlift, I mean, that's memorable, right? That's cool. Health and wealth, 100,000, huge. Been around for what feels like a couple of years now. You helped me with some editing thoughts and thoughts on developing my channel. Awesome. Good luck with your channel. What iPhone do you have? I have the 16 Pro Max, and I've had that for just over a year. My videos before last January were the 14 Pro Max, which was every bit as good as the 16 Pro Max. So 14, what are they up to now? 17, I think? So, yeah. 16 Pro Max. The 14, starting with the 14 Pro Max, or even the 14, I don't think it has to be the Pro Max. Maybe Pro, I'm not sure. But starting with the 14, that's when they brought in stabilization, enhanced stabilization. I can't tell you how many people ask me what gimbal I use when I make my videos outside. Right? I don't use a gimbal. My phone stabilizes things automatically because it's built in to the iPhone 14, 15, 16, 17, and so on. So yeah, I just use a selfie stick. This one. It's set up as a tripod right now, but if I collapse that and then collapse this, that's all I use. Looks like a little lightsaber. That's all I use. And I put my phone on that, and when I go for my walks and talk, right? That's all I use. This is $22. Link in the description below. The Yukos selfie stick. That's what I use. And I've been using that for over a year now. No, almost a year. Before that, I used this. I just kind of collapsed all these together and looked at my phone like this when I made my videos. Okay? But this is a handy tripod too. It's just a little heavier. And you can't stand it up to be full screen. Or sorry, to be like, what am I trying to say? Eye height. Like this one, I can set that up and kind of walk up to it, and it can be as high as my eyes are, right? Whereas this other one just sits on the ground, but it can sit on an uneven ground with these legs, so you can move them however you want. You can even wrap them around a tree or like a small tree or a post or something, if you want. Do you feel like the progress has gone faster than you thought? In the early days, no. In the early days, I was frustrated. For 3.5 years, I say frustrated. I was in learning mode. Like I was grinding. I was making lots of videos, not for all the 3.5 years, but it wasn't until I ditched the teleprompter and just spoke off the cuff to the camera, pretended like it was my friend and I was answering a question. It wasn't until I forced myself to do that that I started to get better at that, and my channel just started taking off. That's what did it. That is the thing I wish I had done earlier. But, you know, when I say that, I mean, a lot of people will say, oh, I wish I started sooner. I wish I started talking to the camera sooner. I mean, in one sense, I could say that, but in the other sense, I had to do it the way I did it to learn, right? It's like I learned a lot of things in those first 3.5 years when I wasn't talking to the camera. So it's not like those were wasted years. I mean, yeah, I could have forced myself to talk to the camera sooner than I did, but there was probably other things I wouldn't have been as good at the time if I had done that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's different ways you can look at it, but I don't regret the first 3.5 years because I learned things in those 3.5 years. So Lisa North, well done, Rob. Well done, Rob. Thanks for sharing the milestone with us all. It's been a blast, so encouraging. Looking forward to seeing the dip. Keep safe, have fun. See you here again soon. Bye all. See you later, Lisa. Thanks for stopping in. You've been here the whole time, I think. Do you think it can hurt your channel to grow too fast? That's a good question. Not necessarily hurt your channel. Here, I'll just put that on screen. Do I think it can hurt your channel to grow too fast? No, but I think it might set unrealistic expectations. If you grow fast, you might expect that growth every month. Which, you know, if you grow really fast because of, say, one video that goes viral, that's pretty hard to replicate. Like when I had a video go viral in July of 2024, it then, you know, I made $1,600 that month. The next month it was 500, and the one after that I think might have been 700. Like things came back down, and it's like, oh geez, am I ever going to get back up there again? And I did. But you know, if you grow really fast, it doesn't mean you're going to continue to grow really fast forever, is my point, right? So be careful with your expectations. Just know that growth is not linear, right? It's like this, up and down, up and down. What should we call ourselves? YouTubers, YouTube creator, content creator? Real question. Yeah, no, that is a good question. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I feel like, where is that now? Right here. I feel like YouTuber doesn't sound as mature as content creator. I don't know. That's just what I think. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. They're all, you know, I mean, with what I do, like the income I bring in from YouTube is what is it? It's like 30% of what I earn from my YouTube business, right? So, I mean, technically, I don't have to call myself a YouTuber or a content creator. I could call myself a business coach, right? It's really kind of what I am. That's where I make the majority of my income, coaching. Business coach, YouTube coach, online business coach, right? It's whatever you decide you want to call yourself. If you don't do coaching, maybe you do something. You could be called a course creator if you make courses and sell those with the help of your YouTube channel. But if you just do YouTube, then yeah, YouTuber or content creator, YouTube creator, they all work. It's whatever you pick. I'm late to the party. You made it. Congrats. Thank you very much, Zach. Well done, Rob. Thank you, winging it. Bald Bites official. Congrats, man. I'm out, but I hope you continue to grow. Maybe once my channel is larger, we can collab in the future. Best wishes, Island Man. Best wishes to you too. How did you pin a comment like that? Ecamm Live allows you to do that. You can do that with Ecamm Live. And we've got another super chat, Adam Gregory. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Very generous. Glad I was here to see the milestone you achieved. One question. For my first ever upload, is a 45-minute video too long? No. I guess it depends on what, is it 45 engaging minutes? It depends on what your video is about, I guess. But no, there is a trend towards longer videos, as long as you're constantly providing value. Or maybe it's like a hang out with me type of video, and that's fine too. But no, I wouldn't say any length of video is too long. I would have a strategy in place though. Like, what's your strategy? Like, are you just going to decide like from one video to the next how long it's going to be? Or do you have a plan? Like, you're going to make a 45-minute video every week, and then maybe every third video is 45 minutes. The other ones are going to be shorter how-to, maybe 5-minute videos. Like, I would have a plan, like have an overall content strategy. That's the best way to grow your channel. And if that means doing a 45-minute video every once in a while, maybe all your videos are 45 minutes. If so, great. Actually, I think I mentioned this in my last live, I'm planning on making a really long video, and I'm saying multiple hours long. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of that. It's going to be kind of like a test, and if it's liked and performs well, I may do more of them. But I'm always trying to test things. So yeah, I'd say that to you too. If your video does well at 45 minutes, there's your answer. If it doesn't do well, then that might be your answer, right? Try a shorter one, see how that does. Hi from Minnesota. What do you think about Americans? Sorry about our orange. Yeah, okay. So I'm not going to get into politics, but I love Americans. I mean, Americans make up half of my viewers, more. I think 55% of my viewers are American, and I love America. I love the NFL. I've been to Detroit several times to watch games. I think I've been to like 12 or 14 different football stadiums in the States. So yeah, no, love the U.S. But I am Canadian, and I love Canada. So there you go. Morning legends. I have to shoot off now. Thank you for all you do. No problem. George, take care. What's the topic going to be on that multiple hour video? It's going to be well, I don't know, actually. This is an example of, I think I want to make a really long video. What's it going to be about? So it may be almost like for people who don't know where to start, like they get to my channel, they see a video. Oh, I love that video. What do I watch next? Like he's all over the place. He's got 400 videos. I'm almost thinking of making, here's all my best tips, and almost like a compilation of a lot of my best stuff. Make a long video so people can put it on play and just either work all day or go for a walk or hike or whatever, and listen that's what I'm thinking. Now, if that may, but another idea I have is just to record myself for that long, talking about whatever. So that would be a little more involved. A different way to make a video, two very different ways to make a video. So I'm not sure. It's still up here. Nothing's been kind of done about either of those ideas yet. I'll watch it. Rob, you deserve this. You're such an inspiration. I'm glad you think so. Maddie, American here. Awesome. We love you. I love you too. What's your advice for a travel content creator starting scratch as a teenager with low equipment? Just use your phone. My Mac just told me my iPhone has 20% battery left. I've never seen that before. How long have I been streaming? 3.5 hours? Is that right? Huh. Yeah, that's my advice. If you don't have much in the way of equipment, just use your phone. That's all you need. Your phone is a fantastic camera if it's, say, within 5 years old. 5 years old or newer, it's a fantastic camera in all likelihood. Now, if you want to spend a little bit of money, maybe get yourself a nice mic, you could do that. But it's not necessary. A selfie stick might make it easier to get good shots, and you can get one of those for 20 bucks. So that would be my suggestion. No matter what kind of videos you're making, that would be a great place to start. Question, congrats Rob, but one question. Besides this channel, have you developed and significantly grown any other type of YouTube channel that's niche wasn't about how to grow on YouTube? Nope. This is it. This is my channel. This is my channel. And I switched to talking about YouTube about a year and a half ago. Coming up on 2 years. But no, I've thought about starting another channel, but you know, this is what I talk about. This is like, it would be, you know, running 2 channels is going to be hard, right? You're dividing your time up. So, Tech Mixer, thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. Fellow Canadian here, keep going at this rate and you'll be at 1 million in no time. We'll have to level up this live stream for the 1 million. I'll do this again. How's that? I promise. I'm recording a long-form video tomorrow to introduce my channel, why I started it, who I can help, and my story, so I'm more relatable and can find connection. Awesome. Yeah, very good. Awesome. Good luck with that. Have fun. No volume? Can you guys hear me? Somebody just said no volume. But if somebody can say you can hear me, that would be awesome. If you can confirm you can hear me, you'll get there quickly. Yes, loud and clear. Okay, cool. So still before the Lord, no volume. Maybe your volume is turned down. Alrighty. Well, you know what, guys? I think I'm going to go. So here, let me just wrap this up. So again, thank you for being here. This was fun. I do plan to go live on Monday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. That's my regular Tuesday one, but it'll be Monday. But before that, tomorrow morning, I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to film myself jumping in the ocean. Going to make a video about it probably by the end of the day or early Monday morning, and I'll premiere that Monday before the live. That's my goal. That's my plan. Okay, so yeah, so look for that. I have a video scheduled for Monday, but I'm going to bump that to Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or something later on in the week when I'm down south. So yeah, but yeah, if you guys can drop in on Monday, that'll be the next time you can see me. So video probably in the morning, and then live stream afterwards. Sailing on Lunshine for the super chat. Thank you so much. You posted your first video yesterday. You used your video to upload it and it was perfect. Awesome. Congrats. Way to get started. And good luck and have fun. Brr. Yeah. So again, water temperature is 35 Fahrenheit. That's like 2 degrees Celsius. And the air temperature will be 19 with a wind chill of 6 Fahrenheit. Or -7, -14 wind chill when I go in. So it's not going to be long. I'll have to think about how to, like, the video is not going to be that long. So why are you jumping in the ocean? That's a good question, Learning Grove. I don't know. No, like the reason is to mark this occasion. It's me celebrating, and you might think, oh, what do you mean celebrating? That sounds painful. Well, yeah, no, it's going to be cold, but it's just a way for me to mark the occasion. I will remember this 100,000 event, right, based on this live stream that we did and based on jumping in the ocean. That is what I'm going to remember. I'm a big believer in make yourself some goals, set them, and when you hit them, celebrate them. Mark the moment somehow. You do it in the way you want to do it. You don't have to jump in the ocean. Or you can jump in the ocean when it's warm. You don't have to do it in the wintertime. So whatever. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. just to mark the occasion and just have a little bit of fun. I've done it before. It's not something I'm worried about. I'm just going to run into the ocean from the beach, probably dive in and run right back out. I see a lot of creators that go live for hours even after they are monetized. How does it benefit if they only get a few views? Because you're building a community. When you go live, you're building a community. You are connecting with your audience. Even if it starts small, it will grow over time. I've been doing this now regularly for less than 2 years, and my first one had 4 viewers, and today we got up over 300. There's still 165 people here. Thank you for sticking with me through this. That's awesome. But right, if you keep showing up every week, it will grow. As long as you keep being helpful and you keep adding value, you're helping people, it should grow. And then you're growing a community, and that's just, it'll help your channel grow as well. And then if you start a business in conjunction with your YouTube channel, it will all help your business as well. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. And Heidi said the same thing. Yeah, it builds community. That's one reason I do lives. Yep, exactly right. All right. Make sure you splash in to create an effect. Yeah, I will. All right, guys, I'm gonna bounce. Thanks for being part of this. Really appreciate you. You can do it too. That's what I want to leave you with. All right. Take care, everybody. See you in a day or two. Bye.